What's that?
I was so waiting for our transition video, and Matt's just like, nah, fam, we ain't doing that.
We in it.
We're here
to win it.
We're prepared
Get
today.
used to it.
Get used to it.
This is what my life has been resulted to. You guys just throwing chaos.
Just roll with it.
I did.
Oh my god.
literally.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Tales of Initiative. I am so glad you're here for episode 24, which will soon be titled The One Where Dustin Kills Them All. So I really look forward to, our next campaign that's going to start after today when I've killed everybody and everything just happens.
New characters.
New characters. Yay.
Full circle of Shepherd.
I'm glad we brought Arjun in just to kill him right away. It's just how it works.
That's how it's going to happen.
So,
is he the one?
we are really glad that you are all here. We do this for you. I mean, and for us. I mean, let's be honest. There's some selfish motivation behind it, but we do it because we are excited to share our stories with you. So thank you very much for coming back week after week. But also, speaking of thanks, I would like to, thank our sponsors. So let's do that.
I've been playing D&D for a long time now, and I guess I've always just kind of taken it for granted. When I see a new source book that I want, I buy it. When I see a new set of dice that I just have to have, I get them. It's just kind of how my life is.
I actually design tools for Dungeons & Dragons. I make playable content that people can use. People like Conlon have been really integral in my ability to do what I do. It is a great symbiotic community where I can make a product, he buys it, and it's the same way for our other sponsors. TA Maps, Imberwind, Fernway Dice. We all contribute our talents to the TTRPG community.
But there are people who, unlike Conlon, just can't see something that they want and get it. They have to get it. They have to get everything. Literally everything.
I own every book that Wizards of the Coast has ever put out. Ever. Literally every book. I see one and I'm compelled to buy it. I have 7 copies of this same book just because they changed the art on the cover. It's the exact same book, just the art changed. One book I bought a duplicate of because I lost the original. Turns out I was just holding in my hand already. I just noticed it at checkout. Still thought I'd buy it anyway because it was a close call. I didn't want to be without it.
I buy dice. You've heard of Dragon's Hoard. Well, this is Taylor's Hoard. It started innocently enough, I swear. I bought my first set of dice just like anyone does. It was a pretty set, with blue and some gold flakes in it. I bought them because they kind of fit the character I had made for my first game. Pretty innocent, right? What harm could possibly have come from that? I could use them for this character, I could use them for my next character, I could use them for lots of things. At least that's what I told myself.
As a person who loves attention to detail, I spend countless hours making maps for my campaigns. And by hours, I actually mean days. I spend days working on my maps. Each of them. It literally consumed my whole life. I called in sick to work, I ignored my girlfriend, I didn't shower. I was a mess. I was obsessed. But I wouldn't call it an addiction.
I wouldn't say I have an addiction.
I don't think that this is an addiction.
It is an addiction. This is an addiction that is affecting hundreds of thousands of nerds across the world.
But what does that have to do with me? I'm not addicted. I only get them when I want them.
That's how it starts. Soon it isn't because you want to have them, it's because you have to have them.
I have enough dice to make the painting of the Sistine Chapel out of dice instead of paint.
With the books I own, I actually could build houses for needy people in my city and still have copies left for myself.
With all the maps I've made and remade and corrected, I could fill a book.
So bad?
and then put that book in a library filled completely with other books I've filled with maps that I've made.
Wow.
Okay, but what can I do?
You can utilize services like Fernway, TA Maps, Emberwind, or Day 20 to find new products with an awesome discount.
Or, in the instance of you two, you can scratch that itch to buy dice or books by using our sponsors, and then gifting them to someone else. Or, at the very least, buy one for them when you are buying one for yourselves.
I have so many dice. And I may have just sold a kidney to buy more. Okay, I definitely sold a kidney to buy more.
With great sponsors like TA Maps, Amberwind, Fernway, and Day 20, you can save money while supporting great small businesses.
People like us do this because we love what we do, and we love to help make your experience the best it can be.
Thank you. Thank you, Amberwind, for the promo code TOI to give me 15% off my purchases.
Thank you, Fernway, for TOI10 for 10% off all my dice purchases.
Thank you, TA Maps, for providing an amazing discount to any purchase I make, referencing Tales of Initiative.
And thank you, Day 20.
Wait, you're thanking yourself.
I didn't want to be left out.
Isn't that a bit egotistical?
I prefer to call it self-promotion.
I see. Well, yes, thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. We very much appreciate you, and always remember
Toy!
that we... Thank you to our sponsors. And speaking of our sponsors,
Oh man, there's no peace. Only
do
war.
not forget,
Peace was never an option. Only toy!
next week will be our Fernway Dice giveaway. Our Summer Solstice Dice set will be given away next week on the stream. You must be present to win. Do we have a picture of those dice again that we can put up?
Ah, yes, of course.
Yeah!
With no preparation whatsoever.
Oh.
They're on the wrong layer. This is
Oh.
what happens when we
Oh,
don't
no.
improv. You see nothing behind the curtain. This.
So this is the Summer Solstice Dice that we will be giving away, handmade for one lucky winner, specifically for this purpose, to be given to one of you next week. And you can be from anywhere and win, other than here, like one of us. We are not entering in the drawing. Now, I will say, if nobody shows up, then we're gonna take it. One of us is gonna take it, but so you better be here so you can win the dice and not us.
I mean, between Conlin's nat ones and my wisdom saves, we both probably need them.
I don't
Fair
think you need
enough.
any more dice.
I really.
Well, I mean, once she's done with the Sistine Chapel, she has to move on to other ancient architecture. Could you redo the
Oh,
Mona
look at the Mona
Lisa in
Lisa.
dice?
Yes, the
Or-
really.
Or
Eiffel
Starry Night?
Tower.
Do Starry
Or the
Night.
Starry Night. Yep.
The Mona
Yeah, just
Lisa.
pull the
Rome
Eiffel
wasn't
Tower.
built in a
But
day.
I
The
love
Rome
that
was
you're
built in a
calling
day.
those.
But
The
I love
Mona
that you
Lisa
called
would
them
be amazing.
ancient art.
Yeah, ancient. Like, Michelangelo has a
Ancient?
bone to pick with you now.
I mean, the Sistine Chapel's pretty old. I'm just saying.
It's all relative when you're Dustin's
Fair.
age.
A lot older.
It's not within the last 20. Not even within the last 100 years.
I think he calls himself ancient, so it probably fits.
Speaking of ancients, roll for initiative. Ancient dragons everywhere.
No.
I was about to say. Oh man.
With that, sponsors next week. So thank you for that to our sponsors. My video just keeps going up and down. Am I better?
You can't handle the power of the sponers.
Sounds like you said you can't handle the power of the boners. Because it cut out the S for me.
Oh no, that's just the word. It's sponers.
That's the gag.
Just the fun.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Our
Dustin's
boners are stronger.
Cutting in and out really bad. So.
Yeah, my computer's like, it doesn't want to do this. It just doesn't want to play this game anymore.
How do you want to do this? I don't.
I don't.
Give me a brief moment. Matt, let's throw up a technical thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna restart
I have
my
a
computer
technical
really fast.
screen now. Watch this. As soon as I find it. Bow! dust in your face.
I know I did that on purpose. We'll see if it stays. I hope it stays.
Just
Welcome back. My computer just for whatever reason is wanting to say not today. So we'll see. We'll give it the old college go and see what happens. But I think we've done enough. Let's get to it. Let's we've delayed. Now it's time to give that gratification. Let's get to what, Matt? What? I don't understand, Matt.
so, sorry.
Let's get to the sunset over Vengalia.
Chaos.
Chaotic episode.
Utter chaos.
We killed Haley last week. We're killing Matt this week.
When last we left off, the heroes had made their way from the home of the murderous halfling couple all the way to Loch Hillbrand. In the distance, seeing smoke, smelling death and decay on the air, they decided to leave drawing a blank on his name. Eldon and Orith in a little safe spot where they could be away from whatever potential danger might lie ahead. And they continued their journey, but not before Quoras gave Eldon the mace that he had acquired, and then left. They then made the rest of the journey to the town, entered the town, and were wandering around. They went to check the source of the fire to see if there was any survivors in the fire. They did not see any. They then went to the other direction on the street and saw a giant horde of skeletons and zombies starting to go towards them. As they turned to try to get away, a fireball lit in the middle of the undead horde, obliterating them as well as some of the buildings around it. And a young human wizard named Archie came in and ran to their rescue and said, "Hey, follow me," and took them to the guard tower, the guardhouse, where he and several other of the survivors were holed up. After some discussion with the survivors and with Archie learning a little bit about him and the town, they decided that they needed to do something. And Quoras decided he needed to go back and let the others know, let Eldon and Orif know what was going on, as well as maybe now get that mace back. Nemeia and Rose decided that they were going to try to scout the town, and Archent his familiar along with them. Flying over the town at night was a little hard to see things. They did see a couple huge shapes lumbering about near the town center, like around the Fountain of Hope, and then flew into a shadowed area over the temple where she and Rose both took some psychic damage from some unseen force that blasted them while they were flying. And that is where we left off. So, Nemeia, you and Rose are now over the temple area. You've just taken the damage. Quoras, you've left probably 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. You've been on the road headed towards Eldon and Orif.
And in that time,
yes.
I've been like darting in and out of the forest trying to find like some food, any game that I can find, or like any like berries or anything as well to take back.
So you are taking some time to do some foraging and stuff as well. Okay, perfect. Edie, you were sitting on top of the guard house, and Vix, were you up there with her?
I was down below doing the like ritual castings of identify, and Vix is also trying to like get a better sense. Like they already did the detect alignment. They're just trying to get a better sense and kind of ingratiate themselves with the group of survivors that's down there.
Okay. Absolutely. So as you're meeting, is there anybody in particular that you would want to be talking to?
They're probably making a little bit of idle chit chat with the two elves, just because they were kind of like
So one
dealing
of them
medically with
is
that situation for a little bit.
unconscious,
Yeah.
and appears to be, some sort of medical coma or some sort. Not like an induced coma, but
Yeah.
in that portion of their life where they are unconscious.
So Leah.
The other elf is there. Okay, perfect. So Leah is sitting there and just kind of again wiping Ephril's face with like a damp cloth, just kind of worrying over him. Your presence is most welcome. It's Archie's been doing a good job, but he's one young boy and can only do so much.
Yes, he seems rather capable, but you're right. More hands make lighter load and all that.
That's what I hear. Why did you come here?
Originally, me personally, just curiosity more than anything, and technically a paycheck. I mean, we were escorting a merchant who had some interesting ideas of wares to sell here, and we were kind of following up a lead, oddly enough, on the same sorts of undead that seem to be causing a majority of the problems here. Although something confuses me about this whole matter. There's the whole thing with Dobarak sort of summoning up this carnival of the undead, and did that just go wrong? And then where did the fire come from?
I believe Archie's also in this room at this point
Arch,
because he stayed behind. But I think I was doing the alarm ritual.
Yeah, I didn't know how focused you'd be on the alarm ritual versus conversation. Because Vix isn't like, I'm talking to the room. Vix is just talking to, like, Leah and being quiet.
Okay.
Quiet-ish.
Yeah,
I don't know how big of a room
just-
it is, though.
He'll just be on like the other side by the door doing the alarm thing during this time.
Dorback. I can only imagine something went wrong. It was macabre, it was grotesque, but it was interesting. When he first started, the undead, the idea of skeletons and zombies doing circus acts, he summoned some undead giants or something that were, and I think there were some creatures in the lake as well now. He wanted to make it a whole show, and he was, but we haven't seen him in a while, and then things kind of turned, and the undead creatures then started attacking the citizens and taking the citizens. Some of them have been turned as well, but some of them have been maybe. We haven't seen any signs of them since they were taken.
So Dobarak went missing, is what you're saying.
Dorback.
Dorback, yes.
Yes, he was residing. Yes, we've not seen him in a while. I don't know where he's at. I can only assume the worst, because when we were seeing him, again, as weird and as disturbing as it was seeing a skeleton pushing a popcorn cart, it was kind of humorous. Like, he even put little, like, candy striper outfits on some of them. It was odd. The best thing I can say is odd.
No, I can certainly see the entertainment factor there. It's not. Can I roll an Arcana check to try and like maybe resolve some like player knowledge to character knowledge, where like animate undead or animate dead, if you don't keep casting the spell, you lose control of them and they just start doing whatever
Sure,
they want.
make
Can
an
I?
Arcana check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rolled good. That's a modifier. It's a 23 on Arcana.
Yeah, you would absolutely understand that if somehow somebody lost control either through just lost concentration on it or was rendered unconscious or killed or something like that, that's anything he raised may be wandering around.
If he might not even meant to do this maliciously, this might just actually be an accident. Terrible one. One that doesn't lessen his culpability in anything, but someone could... if someone captured him or took him away, or if there was any reason for him not being around to refresh his necromancy, then that could have been the reason that everything went wild.
I truly believe he didn't mean anything malicious. He was just a funny little man who had grand ideas of something that had never been done before. Oftentimes when people have grand ideas of things that have never been done before, people get hurt in the efforts to make it done until it gets perfected, and I can only imagine that's what happened.
Yes. Tampering with the arcane is always a danger. And Vic says that knowing that Archie's in the room and is like kind of glancing out the corner of their eye to measure his reaction.
I think it depending where you are, he's probably got his back turned to you because he's facing the door outside doing the alarm spell.
Mm-hmm.
But does Archie hear this?
Vix would have said that part
Make it.
specifically loud enough to
Oh,
have a carry.
okay. Then yeah, Archie would probably just kind of like stop for a moment, but like not look back and then carry on.
We'll see what we can do about helping. How did the fire start? That seems an odd move for undead. It hurts them as much as us.
I don't know. We've been in here. Archie's the only one who's been going out and running reconnaissance. Occasionally, and she gestures over at the other halfling in there, the little halfling in there. Occasionally, Trym will go out, but she's been really withdrawn lately and probably will try to hide it, but I believe she's also not well. This illness that seems to be overwhelming all of us.
Yes, we'll see what we can do about that.
Would I be perhaps done with the alarm by now?
How long does it say to alarm to?
It's a 10-minute, but I think I started a little bit before this, if I remember correctly. Well, 11 minutes, because it's 1 minute plus 10.
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
Alright, so I'll finish that, and I indicated, like, mental alarm, and all the people of the heroes and the people here can come and go without triggering it. And I'll go up to Vix and say, you were asking about the fire.
Yes, that's the part that's sort of standing out as a wrinkle to me.
Yeah, I have no intention of hiding it. There's just been so much happening so quickly. We haven't spoken about it, but that's kind of my fault.
Ah. That would make sense. Just sort of
You
spell got away from you.
Yes. I the spell that I used, the fireball spell that you saw me use against that undead, that was when I came here. I found everything as it was overrun, but minus the fire. And I went to my house. I searched for my parents. It seems like they put money together to buy me a spell scroll. A spell scroll for a spell I had only become strong enough to learn recently. There are different tiers of magic, as I'm sure you know, and I was so excited. I needed time to recuperate. I had just had a run-in with the Undead, and so I was resting in my childhood home, learning the spell excitedly. They must have really saved hard to afford something like that, because, well, we're not well off. My father's a fisherman, my mother's a priestess, and I was excited to try it, to figure out how to use it, to show them when I find them or what happened to them. I thought I was being clever. And I'm telling like the whole room this, the people in the room, because I don't think I fully explained it to them yet. I thought I was being clever. I gathered oil and I drew the undead to a street that I had drenched in oil, and I wanted to take a lot of them out. So me and Bono, we gathered their attention and drew them in to the trap, and I cast the spell, but it got away from me. It was a lot stronger than I had anticipated, and had a bit more of an explosive reaction. That's why the explosion kind of sent fiery debris and lit a lot of places on fire, and it's just been spreading since then, and I haven't been able to figure out a way to put it out properly. But since it started, I immediately went and I checked everywhere. A lot of houses of friends that I grew up playing in are gone now because of me. But nobody that I know of was stuck in there in the fire. And that's why I was really hesitant to use the spell again, but at least it worked okay when I used it in front of you guys. And there was no oil either.
Yes, you seem to have it a little bit more under control.
I hope so. I didn't really want to use it. I haven't used it again since that incident, but I didn't really see any other way. I have a few small traps placed around the city that I've built and constructed, but they're more tailored to helping an individual get away, tripwires and little escape mechanisms for myself and Trym when she goes out, but nothing tailored to what was needed to get you guys out of that situation alive. And my hand was forced, but luckily I managed to control it that time. But I don't plan on using it unless I have to, at least until I have more time to figure it out, get it under control. Destructive magic isn't my thing.
And what is your thing? You said chronomancy earlier, I think.
Time and space. I've always loved it. One of the first books that I got to read that wasn't about Dyrus or fishing was about physics and time, and I've learned about it, and it just, when you look at something and it just makes sense. That's how I feel about the studies of time and space, and I've been able to manipulate that to have my own kind of brand of spells that are a little unique.
When Archie says, when you look at something and it just makes sense, there's this little shadow that goes over Vix's skin where it gets like kind of duskier and dark for a little bit, and this tiny little, like these little like weird dry spots on their forehead sort of show up for a second, and then they fade away back into their normal. Yes, well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that it would be horrible if. It's one thing to burn a building down, it's another thing to never make that building have existed.
What do you mean?
Those who meddle with time often find themselves outside of it. But this is no time for a lecture, and I shall leave you to it.
I don't mean to do anything to that extent. I don't mean to erase or change anything that's already happened. I just, ever since I've been a kid, I get these times when it feels like everything is just moving too fast. I've always had a good memory and a natural talent for, well, this. And I'll just kind of like, if there's like a can of food or some utensil or something, he'll use telekinesis to just kind of make some things hover. And I can, to some extent, move things with my mind. It's always been like that. But I have some issues with keeping up with the world, and I get into this state where it feels like my brain is on fire and my heart is racing, and I just want the world to slow down. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Can I insight check to see how honest and forthcoming he's being?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Get ready for a silly number. That is a 26.
Wow. He's being totally honest. This, I think, even like with a number that high, like, I guess I could maybe give you some insight into his motivation as well. As that this is a 19-year-old kid who had just went off to university and came back and found his home destroyed and is kind of fighting for his life and searching for his parents. So he's not in any deceptive mood right now. Like, he is kind of just very vulnerable, very relatively beaten up right now physically and mentally and emotionally, and has been feeling very alone in this reconnaissance effort, and you guys showing up has been a real boon to him. So, although he's a bit wary, he is being honest with you completely.
Vix,
It's almost like in the beginning of university or when you move to a new place, you have to like tell people your life story over and over again as well. So he's quite used to that from being in his first year of university.
where are you from? What are you majoring in?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Vix,
Liberal arts.
Vix's features like soften to where that sort of like that edge to their teeth is kind of gone. Their jawbone isn't as pronounced. Their features are just very gentle to kind of like help soothe the tone that they're using. Um, and they say, I'm again don't mean to lecture, but intentions are important. Dorabak intended to put on a circus. So just be careful with your studies.
It sounds like you're just someone who's had experiences with this. What do you do, magic wise?
I think you're being very honest with me, and so I won't bore you with the clever titles or hidden nuance of this is precise spell or that exact arcanum. I hunt magic users who've fallen outside the realm of good behavior.
Well, I'll be sure not to fall outside the realm of good behavior then.
That would certainly make
And
this friendship a lot easier.
friends.
You seem to be doing good. Why not be friends?
I suppose so. I, I, yeah, I suppose so. I noticed notice he's like coughing a lot, probably even more than people who are sick. Like Leah, I believe was sick. I noticed as well your face is changing a lot. Is that like a glamour or a spell or something?
Oh no, it's
If you don't mind me asking.
it's just a part of me. There are many parts of me, and that's just. I find it far easier to emote and express. If they always say that non-verbal communication is about 80% of it, it's about 99% for me.
I've never been the most communicative. I prefer to write my thoughts down. But I'm no stranger to being weird, and he's just kind of like swirling like a fork, like a plastic fork in the air with his telekinesis. I know what it's like to be a bit different.
I can put on faces when I need to.
Can you change your face completely? And you can see he's looking at you with very focused, intelligent, very studious eyes.
Vix mirrors his look. So now Archie is just looking at himself. But in Vix's clothing.
Wow. That is... And he just kind of like... He stops making eye contact with you properly. Like, that is... really
impressive, right?
Okay.
And Archie hears his own voice. Not making fun, just it's always, and shifts back into themselves. It's always useful to know the capabilities of the people you're going to be fighting alongside. If someone's hunting you, there can be two of them to hunt.
Right. Well,
as you guys are having this conversation, we are going to go to Nemeia and Rose, having just taken the psychic damage. You guys are flying over the temple area, and you look around and notice that Archie's familiar is hovering outside the shadowed area over the temple that you flew into.
Nemeia, let's get out of here. Are you okay?
That really hurt. Yeah, let's go.
That's a smart bird. You need to stay out of there. That's good. Right.
We didn't see anything in the cloud, like no point of origin or.
Nope.
No.
I mean, you can make a perception check.
Yeah.
It'll be at disadvantage.
Could I also make one?
Yeah, you can both.
Perfect. Exact
Really?
same roll for each. That is 17.
Okay.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage. That's awesome.
Yep.
Mine would have been a dirty 20, but it's a 9.
Okay.
Druids and their perception.
You are busy flying and trying to maintain, plus you took more damage.
Yeah.
Rose, upon feeling the damage done to you, you quickly glance around trying to sense a source, and just out of the corner within the temple window itself, you don't get a good enough look to see what it was, but you see something had been looking in out the temple window and then moved quickly.
I think there's something in that building, something that made that. It must be powerful for it to make something that reaches out this far. I think let's give this area a wide berth for now. I'm sure we're more than able to deal with it, but until we know more, we might get more hurt.
Yeah, and I don't think the others would forgive us going in by ourselves.
No. Alright. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's go check out that building. and Nemeia is going to fly Rose over to another tall building and just see if there's a broken window or an entry point that they can get in to
So-
try and find.
Where you're at right now, over on this side of the city, there are no other buildings. It's literally the temple, and then south of the temple is the area with the Fountain of Hope, as well as like the bazaar that had like the little like kind of similar to what you had in Balantor, like where there's booths and stuff set up.
Can I fly over that and
Well-
see if there are any undead?
Over to where? To the booths
bazaar.
area?
By
Yeah.
the bazaar, yeah.
As you fly over again, you see those a couple giant shadowy forms as you're flying over that way, and then amongst the bazaar itself, go ahead and make another perception check, and this one will be just a straight because you're looking and intentionally looking for something.
Both of us?
If you would want to look too, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Rose is keeping an eye out. Oh. 23.
19.
Okay. As you both look down, you do see some lumbering forms moving about. They're much smaller than the other forms. They look vaguely humanoid in size, similar to ones you recall seeing in Balantor.
And how
many?
many?
Hard to see how many there are. Probably 10, 15.
I don't think it's worth going down there. Not with the two of us.
No, I think right now we just get a lay on the land. I think it'd be better if we all would go together. I don't want to put you or this Bono, was it, at risk.
If you're willing, I wouldn't mind checking out, like quickly flying over to the other side of the city and seeing if we can't find supplies.
Of course, yes. Absolutely. Let's give that a try. See if we can find somewhere. If we want to try and make way and we see that we can maybe stealth in somewhere, I could also always cast a pass without a trace on us, just to make it a little bit harder for the undead to come after us.
Yeah, that
Okay.
may not be a bad idea.
So you're passing.
Sure.
You're casting pass without a trace while you fly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Just wanted to confirm. I love that somehow that makes sense. That you're it's harder to see us while we fly.
We're just like a big, just like
Yeah,
it's like a
fine.
cloud.
You just look
It's
like
just a cloud.
Yeah.
Tears of the cloud.
The May glides a bit more. She's not as, like, the beat of her wings aren't as loud. She's being a lot more
Yes.
attentive to how
Okay.
she's flying.
So if you guys are trying to fly stealthily, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Still at disadvantage because you're still flying in the middle of the sky, but you can still
Isn't it
add
though?
plus 10 to it. You're still standing out
yes.
against the sky.
But remember your pass without a trace plus 10.
Yeah, one of them was a
um,
natural 20.
Oh.
Oh no!
I am done.
Okay, that is
Uh-oh.
29.
25.
Dustin's frozen again.
Oh no!
He looks so happy. now.
Stealth like
Whoa.
out of stealth out of this like internet connection.
There he is.
He's
Oh,
back.
you're back. I think.
I was stealthing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys both, yeah, you assume kind of like this, the way you make your wings flow, you're able to flow small enough strokes, slow enough strokes that you blend in very well with the night sky. You think you're doing a pretty good job.
All right.
Yep.
Um,
I'll look for the most intact building and try and find an entry point.
So you're going back towards the main street area, and you're wanting to find a building to go inside.
Yeah, just trying to hunt for supplies, fresh water,
Okay.
rations, survivors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that there is the inn, the Peaceful Giant, which Aramil, the Furbolg that you met earlier, is the proprietor of. That is a pretty big building. Um, you do see that appears to be have a window open upstairs that you could go check out. There are other homes and things like apartment building type things that also have open windows that you could maybe go in or access from like the rooftop.
The inn?
Yeah, he said that he'd have supplies there.
Yeah, we can take some stuff over, even if not too much for now. We can take some, a little bit,
Yeah.
just to help tide things over. They look like they're all in really bad shape.
Nemeia will fly as close as she can to the window and hold Rose out and sort of like drop her in
Yeah.
through the window.
Tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. Yep.
As you land in there, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay, that is an 18.
Okay. You look around the room, and it's a pretty standard inn room that you're in. There's a bed. There's a little shelf, like nightstand kind of thing where people can put belongings. There's a little closet area where you can store any gear, but otherwise the room itself is empty, though the bed does look like it has been tossed. Not like destroyed, but it looks like somebody's like looked through it.
Okay. Could I look specifically around the bed, see if there's anything that has been like tossed about or
Okay,
disturbed?
go ahead and make an investigation check.
With advantage. Olive come in through the window. I'll assist.
Okay. All right, investigation. Not as good. That is a 13.
You're looking around. You don't see any signs of like any wealth or anything like that. You don't see any signs of any indication of why somebody would have been doing it. It just looks like, and as you kind of look around the room, you see that like the drawers have been pulled out as well. You see like the closet door is still like slightly open. Just looks like somebody was rummaging through the room completely.
Saying. I don't know why someone would do something like this, just toss this all around. But there doesn't seem to really be anything here. I think, well, let's just be careful in case there's someone still here. But let's go to another room.
Yeah, this place may have already been looted.
Right. Let's go just tiptoe our way to out of the room if possible.
Go ahead and make another stealth check, as you guys are probably trying to be quiet. And this time, you can just a straight
Yep.
stealth roll.
Is this the
Plus
same
10
inn?
because you passed without a trace.
Is this the same inn that we were talking about last time?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, this is a 15.
25 again.
Yours is a 15 with the plus 10.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 3.
Nice. All right.
Oof.
You sneak out of the room. Luckily, Nemeia's was really high. And you start making your way down the hallway. Make a perception check, both of you.
Oh wow, but that picks it up. That is a 26.
2.
A what? A 2?
I rolled a natural 1.
Nemeia is so busy being quiet and focused on trying to stay quiet that she misses hearing the sounds that you pick up of the shuffling and kind of like low sounds coming from downstairs.
Wait, maybe I should just like try and like hold out like an arm, just like reaching out like to like a leg, like wait, there's something downstairs. I. It sounded like it was almost these growls. I think. I don't know if it's safe to go there alone. We can have a peek, but that might risk us being noticed and getting caught out. But I mean, we have the spell. We are very stealthy. I think if there's any,
Let's just take a peek. It may be a survivor.
maybe. I mean, that
Definitely
that would be
survivor.
really great. It'd be really great if it is. Let's just double check.
It's 18
Can we
zombies
just,
and
like-
one dude just going. "Meh."
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
he's trying to fit in.
Just stay behind me, Ruth. And Meryl gingerly go down the stairs, like carefully placing her feet, trying to find where it may or may not creak.
Okay.
Trying to avoid
As
any-
you go down the stairs, you see as you're approaching, it's like the tavern area of the inn. So you see the bar, you see the table and the benches, and you see probably 5 or 6 skeletons just like shambling about in there. 2 of them do have like the almost like the candy striper, like the striped uniform type things. One of them has like the paper hat like actually stuck, like its fingers went through it, and now it's just stuck to its hand as it's like walking around, like just swinging its hand, and you see the like the paper like hat stuck on its fingers,
Oh no.
and they're just
Wait.
walking around, kind of just pacing around within that room.
Oh,
It's like when your
that's-
dog comes in from outside and there's like leaves stuck to its paws.
Ha ha ha. Hmm. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Good idea.
I think we'll check 2 more rooms, and then we should really get back if we don't find anything.
Yeah.
The longer
Let's
we
just
get,
see if we
the
can
more
find.
safe we're in.
Yeah. Absolutely. Let's keep an eye out. I'm sure. I mean, anything can help. Even just
Yeah.
like, if a blanket or something.
Yeah, well, there's the beds that we can strip. That's fine.
Yeah.
But 2 more rooms, and then we're out.
Yes. Sure. Yeah. Understandable. We don't want those shambling after us.
No, I mean I can fly to their range, but I don't want to lead them back to the tower.
Oh no. Good idea. Smart. Okay. Can we then just look at 2 more rooms?
Yes, absolutely. So roll me 2d10.
So
You
how
do it.
many skeletons you find?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is
2d10.
which room they're going. Yeah, it's which room you're going into.
So I got a 3 and a 3.
Okay, so you're going to. Okay, perfect. So the first room you go into appears empty. Again, the blankets and things look like they've been tossed around, like somebody was going through here. Go ahead and make a investigation check within the room.
Advantage. Yours will be better than
Sure.
mine.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, 16.
Okay. With your advantage, you got a 16.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Yes.
You're looking around, digging through some things. You notice fallen behind the bed, like you're looking around and like you pull it back and you notice like a little slip of paper tucked behind the mattress, like it had just fallen or something and was unnoticed there.
Okay. Does it have anything written on it?
Yes, it is a note. As you open it up and read it, it is written in common. And the note is from somebody named Zeltabar Windale. And it's basically a letter writing to his parents to inform them that his wife had died, and he was not sure how he was going to go on living without her.
Oh. that this is tragic. I really hope he's okay. She's just going to just like take the paper and just like carefully fold it up and just like put it away for safekeeping. Like I can't leave this here.
Anything else in here?
Not that I can see. Everything seems very tossed about. Someone was really on a mission trying to find something. I really wonder what.
Okay, next room.
You go next door. Again, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I want to roll this
we'll
one.
just... Yeah. Go
Do you
for
mean
it.
and we each roll?
I can
You
give you
can-
advantage.
Yeah.
Natural 20 with a investigation. Natural 20.
Nice. This room also, again, things have been shuffled about. Looks like they were looking through. You look through, and as you're kind of feeling the mattress, you actually feel a little like lump under like the mattress. You pull back the sheets, and you don't see anything, but you still feel the lump. And then as you're feeling, you feel like a little slit in the fabric, and you kind of reach into there and you pull out a necklace. It's a ruby hanging on a gold, fine gold chain.
Nemeia just fulfilled the princess and the pea.
I was just so expecting
she
a
felt the
pee for
bump
some
on the
reason.
mattress. You are of pure heart, Nemeia.
That's what
You are
Rose has
welcome
been
to take-
saying.
You are welcome to take the bedding and everything like that if that's what you'd like to do.
Yeah, if we can
She's
take some
not gonna-
of those.
She's going to admire the necklace for a moment, but not put it on. She'll just tuck it away, grab as much bedding as she can possibly hold. And I'm assuming Rose has done the same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Alright,
Significantly
she'll-
less than Nemeia, but
Anything helps.
Rose has a pillow. She's like, okay, I'm good.
I was gonna say Nemeia's like got like a sheet and like a comforter, and yeah, Rose is just carrying like a pillowcase.
yeah.
Nemia's got like a whole mattress under one arm.
So, with carrying all this bedding and whatnot, how are you going to get back to the guardhouse? Nemeia can still fly, but will she be able to hold Rose while holding all of the bedding?
Yes, because Nemeia would put a blanket out, pile everything on top, and like tie it off to make like a makeshift rucksack.
Are you carrying her in like a baby Bjorn like kind of thing?
Yes. I was just about to say swaddle the halfling. Swaddle the halfling.
That's canon. She's just like wrapped tight around.
Nemeia the
Yeah,
storm.
I swaddled Rose to my
Rose
chest.
is like slowly falling asleep as it's like rocking in the air.
So soothing, you know, like when you just like
Can we
feel like
use-
when you're like traveling and you just like feel like you know, like the movement and you're just like nap time.
Yeah,
Can we
a
use
con save
Nemeia
make a
as one
con
of
save to
those
see if you stay awake.
helicopters?
No.
Can we use Nemeia as one of those helicopters that like airdrop water onto fires and we can put out the fire on the other side of the village?
Yes.
Oh,
One
Lord.
bucket at a time.
That's a lot of flying.
Yeah.
Nemeia would have put everything inside another blanket and then tied it off and then told Rose to get on her back.
Oh, I
I
thought you
don't
were gonna make
know.
Rose like a turducken.
I don't need like people on my back yet.
Alright.
It throws my balance
Cozy
out. It just
Rosie.
stay as still as possible. And then she's
Yeah,
just
of
gonna
course.
hold
Yeah.
makeshift bag with Rose on her back, and it'll probably reduce my movement speed, but she'll go as high as she's willing and then go back to the tower.
Easy enough. You're able to make your way back to the tower. Edie, this whole time you've been sitting on the roof. Is there anything that you would have wanted to do while you were up there?
Yeah. So to begin with, Edie was just like keeping an eye on until it all like. Is it still daytime or is it dark?
It is
Can-
definitely dark.
Yeah, cool. So Edie's pretending that she can see, and keeping an eye on everyone, and she feels very important on top of there, waiting for people to get back. So she's kind of like given herself like a bit of a pep talk as she like walks backwards and forwards on top of the roof. She's like, everyone's gonna get back safe, and even though they left, they will come back and we will all sleep together tonight and it'll be fine. And she's just going backwards and forwards, just like scanning the horizon for like all the spots for people to get back. Holding on to Ellie at this point.
Okay.
She's holding on to also the coin that they normally light up for her, but it's not lit. But that's what she's holding.
About that time, after waiting for a little while, you see flying in from the city something out of like the never-ending story, like Rose on top of like Nemeia's back, like, and like this sling of like blankets hanging below Nemeia's essentially Falcor.
That's great.
Coming back in from their trek.
Yeah, Edie's waving massively, like as big as she can.
It's kind of like way back as we like, just like making our way.
Are you guys
As soon
landing
as I
on the
see
roof, or are you landing on the ground? Where are you guys gonna?
I'll land on the roof and get Edie
Yeah.
to help take everything down.
Yeah, Edie runs up like, glad you're safe. What did you find?
A bunch of blankets and bedding, and well, a lot of danger.
Yeah, we
Glad
checked
you're
out the
safe.
market and the inn. There's skeletons and boneless everywhere.
Oh no.
And giants.
I'm sorry?
This necromancer was powerful enough to reanimate giants. Like giants.
What does that
Huge.
mean?
Huger than anything I've seen. Like, you know, like imagine the biggest person that you've seen, Edie, and like
Nemeia.
double and like or like triple. Like, it's bigger. Just imagine that in your head.
Oh
It's
my
like that.
God.
I've never seen such a thing.
This is not good.
Hmm.
Conlon isn't back yet, and as soon as they
Who's Conlon?
mentioned that
Who's
I'm in
Conlon?
the game now.
Just some
Just
random
me.
dude.
Hey,
It's canon.
super.
One of the
super meta, like,
NPCs.
the
Conlon's
fourth
back.
wall is now.
A body on the street right outside the guard tower. Named Conlon. He used to live
him.
here.
This is
You
how
go to the
Dr.
center-
attacked us.
You go to
My
the cemetery.
coin's name is
Here
Conlon.
lies Conlon. You know.
Sorry.
He bullied Archie in the
Quoras.
3rd grade.
Chorus isn't back yet, and Edie is scanning. Even though she cannot see, she's scanning that area to see where he is. Whether or not
Is
he's
Edie facing even the right direction?
I know he went over the fence, so yes.
Sorry.
I watched him leave.
Okay.
But it's pitch black. She's been scanning the wrong way the whole time. And it will take a while for Quoras to be able to come back because you guys did leave him out quite a ways. But for the sake of time, we can fast forward to when he arrives. Everybody's back together if you guys want. Unless there's something more pressing that you wanted to take care of without him there. Maybe a surprise party. We don't know.
Surprise
doing
party.
with all the
When is his
sheets?
birthday?
Conlon's or Chorus's?
Fuck.
Yeah.
You'll have to
What
check
are you
the
gonna
gravestone.
do with all these sheets?
Well, we could use them to just make everyone a little more comfy. lighten the mood, make some sort of I know when things were feeling a bit down back home, sometimes we made blanket forts. I don't know if everyone will really be down for that now. I know it's quite a scary and dark mood, but could help.
That
I
sounds
know
like fun.
it's helped in the past. Yeah.
Blanket fort sounds delightful.
I thought they were still on the rooftop.
Oh, I did.
I imagine that we probably like we probably were like climbing down as we were saying this, and
Okay.
so Vix might have been able to like catch that.
I don't know if
Oh.
Edie is leaving the roof.
Well, Rose would have been going down then, like carrying some of the things, like maybe like a pillow and like kind of like dragging along a blanket, like like just taking it like very slow.
If you end up cooking, will you bring me dinner?
Yeah, of course. I'll definitely see if I can make something nice. That also, good food helps with making things feel better.
Always.
As you're coming back into the guard tower, Aramel, the Furbolg, actually innkeeper of the Peaceful Giant, is just finishing heating up some water for tea and kind of making tea for anybody who would like a cup of tea. As he's handing it around. He would have brought you some first, Archie, while you were talking with Vix.
Oh, thank you, Armo. Yeah. Is there enough for everybody?
I mean, we have enough for a little bit more. I mean, yes, right now, yes. But we're going to probably run out soon.
Well,
Right.
Aramel, well, if you can just pour me half a cup, that'd be great. She's just like stumbling down with the stuff. Here's just some of the stuff. Nemeia and I managed to actually pop into your tavern, and well, we didn't go very far because there were a whole bunch of skeletons that were just inside. We didn't want to. We said we wouldn't risk our lives, so we just went back and would rather go with everyone else. But we got some blankets, and
The blankets, the Dragonborn, and Leah get up to come help gather them. But you notice that Trym has continued staying back, withdrawn from everybody, and just eyeballing everybody.
Does Archie know Trym well? Like, have any relationship with Trym?
I mean, you know of Trym a little bit. You were into. I mean, she's lived in town for a little while. You know that she used to be in the army. You know, she was a soldier for Saison, and she moved here some years back. You probably did not have a lot to do with her. You know that she married a like a herder, like a sheep herder or something like that. And yeah, you've not seen her spouse, but you do know that she hasn't left, and she's always been kind of suspicious, but very loud when she believes something. Like she will argue with people.
I'm gonna take the tea that I have and go to Trym and just say, like, if you like, there's tea being made. You can have this if you're thirsty. And I'll offer her my cup of tea.
Why are you giving me this one? Why not a fresh cup?
Well, I just thought if you were, hankering for
Put
some
something
tea,
in
you
it?
could.
Did you put something in this?
Trym, we've been here for days trusting each other to keep each other safe. I am not sure that would even have a reason to do.
Well,
I just thought you might want a cup now, but you're welcome to wait for the next one.
I guess that was before I knew you tried to burn the town down.
Hey. is, well. And Archie's just going to turn back and go away.
If we're going to start getting mad at mistakes, you might want to lump your mother in on that one.
That is savage. Oh, I think
Her demeanor
is-
just changes to cold instantly, and she just shoots daggers at you with her eyes. I see.
Hey, it's okay. That's not necessary, guys.
Hey, Trym, how about I get you a fresh cup of tea if that's what you want? I think if we all try and stay positive about the situation, that's the best way about it. I was actually discussing with everyone with these blankets. We can get cozy. We could always make a blanket fort or something. Just the situation's tough, but we can find the good in it. Okay?
I don't see why
You'll
people
be
think I
okay.
need them to do things for me. I could do it for myself. Do I look helpless
Oh.
to you?
No, not at all. I was just trying to do something nice.
I could do something nice and get rid of these creatures.
We're working on it, but I get that you don't want tea. It's fine. I'll let you be. And she's just like, kind of just like backs and walks away. Like, I get maybe you just need a little bit of space.
Rose, no.
I-
Stop. Don't apologize. Trym, screw you. What have you done for these people? Archie was just trying to be nice, and Rose has offered to help. We just scoured the city looking for supplies. Archie has been running around the city trying to find things. What have you been doing?
She's just sipping his tea, like.
Vix doesn't
I
have
get it,
tea,
it's
but
a
they are
rough-
sipping their metaphorical tea at this moment.
I get it. It's a rough situation, and it's really sucky. We do not deserve that kind of treatment.
I didn't treat you anyway, gargantuan.
Don't call her
I was
that.
over here minding my own business, and then you all started in on me. So yeah, I'm a little defensive. I just found out that this one tried to burn down the town. So yeah, I'm a little
Hey.
surprised by that. Didn't know about that.
I was trying to take out the undead, the exact thing you just asked us for. And I was trying to do it in a smart way. Maybe it didn't work out well, but I was not trying to burn the place down. My childhood home burned in that. Do you think that's what I wanted?
I don't know. I don't know what you wanted. Who knows what people with all this power want? But all I know is that this was started by somebody with all this kind of power. I haven't seen my wife since it started. And you're all just, oh, let's have some tea. Let's build blanket forts. Maybe we should find the people that are missing and stop worrying about slumber parties.
Well,
Have
you're
you gone out and
welcome to
looked for
go
survivors?
outside, Trym.
What have you done, Trym?
You see this? And she points to her scar. I've done stuff. And then she just walks upstairs and heads to like the bunks area.
I'll accept people
Some-
ridiculing me. I will not let them ridicule my friends.
I'm sorry
Someone's
about
got a
that, guys.
huge bee in their bonnet.
I don't know. She's been quiet this whole time, and we've all mostly been keeping to ourselves. I didn't know she's like that. I'm really sorry.
She's
That's
looking for
okay.
someone to blame.
Yeah, I think this is a horrendous situation. You've all been very uprooted and you're missing loved ones. I understand that there's tensions and snappiness, but still, being mean like that just makes things worse.
I think attention in this time is inevitable. Everyone here is searching for family or lost family from all of this. DM, do I know how she got that scar across her cheek?
If you've never talked to her about it, probably not.
Okay. Yeah, just like rumors or anything Archie might have heard over
Make a history check.
time. Alrighty.
How old did the star look?
Ah, natural one.
No.
Ouch.
You got that bonus
Plus-
though.
Make a
I,
medicine,
yeah.
make a medicine check.
My
Plus-
medicine is good.
8, so 9 total.
Natty
17
one
Of,
though.
of all the things that you were interested in learning, Archie, it's her scar. The history of her scar was very low on your priority for all the things that Archie wanted to learn.
Would I not like maybe get advantage from my keen mind?
Ah.
That feat just.
You wouldn't have had a lot. You wouldn't have had a lot to do with. Him,
Okay, fair
Nemeia,
enough.
you rolled a
Would he-
17.
would he-
You said
Would you remember
Yep.
if she had scar before university versus after university?
he would, and it was from before.
Okay.
So the scar's old.
Yeah, so it had nothing to do with all of
not-
this.
It's
She's a
not
bitch.
old. No, she didn't say that she'd done anything here. She said she'd done stuff. She didn't imply as to what it was. It looks
Nice.
like it looks like it is old and has healed some. It's not fresh. So you know that it's not like a scar that's like 12 years old or anything like that, but it's older than probably several months old.
Nothing gets the players more interested than in an NPC than them acting like an asshole. Now
Yup.
we want to know their whole life story.
Sure.
You're gonna hyperfixate on this halfling.
Do it.
Why are there so many mean halflings?
Oh no!
Dustin's just that. He's that aggro on going against type. No wholesome, fat, cheery halflings. All evil.
Yep.
Rose can only be the good halfling.
Yeah.
The only good halfling.
Rose is the only. And
Shortly,
Gertrude, or,
after this, you hear, sorry, Edie hears because she's up on the roof still. Quoras climbing back up onto the guardhouse, and basically just pops up like right in front of her face. You know.
Hi, Edie. Yes, I'm back.
Good. How'd it go?
It was fine. Have you been up here the whole time?
Yeah, I was waiting.
You didn't have to wait for me, Edie.
Said I was going to. You never said not to, so I did.
You don't have to do everything that you say you're going to do.
That's the point.
All right, that's fair. Should we get back downstairs and find the others?
Yeah, they're making a blanket for it.
All right. I guess Nemeia and Rose are back then.
Yes. They found skeletons.
More undead. All right.
Yeah.
More undead. What?
There's
That
only
Cullen's name?
undead here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So you guys head back downstairs.
I think me and Rose are like actually making a blanket for it's just kind of around Ephero, who is like unconscious so he can be a part of it, and then we build outward from that.
You like tuck the blanket in under his side since he's knocked out to like hold
Yeah,
it
he's
down.
the anchor. Yeah.
Oh
my god!
Does Edie
And when
see
he-
Trym as she's coming downstairs?
Yeah, she's sitting on one of the bunks upstairs.
Edie's gonna go just trot up to her
Oh,
right next to her
no.
on bed.
Oh no.
Why are you
She
up
doesn't
here
know.
on your own? That's not. Are you okay?
She just glares at you. Why can't I just fucking be left alone? Just you guys just came in here and you took over this whole thing we had going. Great if you can do something, but why can't I just be left alone?
You can leave you alone. That's fine. I'm sorry. Have a good night. And Edie's just gonna get up and leave. She doesn't know anything's wrong.
Quoras is there as well. He would have been with Edie, and hearing that as they walk away, he flashes his eyes to black for just a second while staring her down.
Go ahead and make a perception check as you do that.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is a
Trym is the real BBG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
23.
Ooh.
You actually see a slight twist in her face of regret and like guilt.
All right.
Your pipe and smoke it, bitch.
Which instantly changes back to
No,
Quoras,
I didn't see it.
That absolutely needs to be like a sound. We just need that like on the
Yeah.
soundboard.
Quoras reaches into the bag of food that he brought back and tosses some like apples or whatever he could find, like whatever I found, fruit or whatever, just kind of like towards the bed and walks away.
That's very helpful.
Fort looks
was it-
amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad it's all sorted out. By the way, Chorus, was everything okay with Alden and Orith?
Yes, they are headed back to Ballantor to warn them, and I got the mace back. Seemed maybe useful. I don't know, Vix, actually, would you like to, or maybe Archie, I suppose you are a magical one as well. Somebody to want to look and see what this mace is. I don't think we've actually taken a look at it yet.
I'm happy to identify things, if that's what you mean. But, I don't know how we are in terms of where we stand on trust, if you might want your friend Vix to do it. There's
Quoras
been a
pulls
bit of
the mace out and
tension.
just tosses it at Archie, just
Oh
instantly.
God! Make a strength check.
Make an
Uh,
attack
Archie-
roll.
Oh no.
He doesn't
It's
shoot
a-
it at him, just kind of like lobs
it's
it.
it's a big heavy mace though. I still
Okay, good.
That's a natural 5 for a total of 3.
as soon as the mace hits your
Just
hand,
bowled over.
and you fall to the floor with the mace, and it's
Wow.
like
Should have known that would
Like the
happen.
dumbbell you stuck at the gym.
Chorus walks over and lifts it off of him. with one
Archie
hand.
needs a spotter.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the chest press, but he didn't. He couldn't lift it. Just.
Sorry about that,
Oh,
Archie.
man.
I sometimes forget that others are not like Nemeia and I.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a string bean. That's what I've been called. Yeah,
Good,
I don't
how
mind
lies elsewhere.
identifying it. Right.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents always said my power's up here. And I'll start identifying it.
as you cast identify. Are you doing it as the ritual?
Ritual. Definitely as a ritual. I pull out like a pearl that's probably almost identical to the one that Vix has, and I sit down with the mace, and I'm going to cast it.
I just sent you the details.
While
Um,
he's working on
yeah.
the ritual, Vix goes over to Course. Speaking of weaponry, we found this with the hags, and they have that like the weird scimitar that we found. This is it is cursed, which is why I wasn't exactly gung ho about shoving it on anyone or having it be used. That halfling that we just escaped from did manage to be useful before he turned into a right prick, and
Mhm.
helped me figure out what exactly this curse is, or not exactly, but at least in general terms. If you're able to hit a precise shot with this scimitar, strike someone in their vital parts, it is able to pass some of their essence to you. I have a feeling that if you truly flub, then the opposite probably happens. It's a bit of a risk reward, and you seem like someone that likes to wander that line between light and dark. So I wanted to. Plus, you're focused on being in the thick of it, so I wanted to give you first pass at it.
As long as
Archie?
Hmm?
No.
I think he was asking Chorus.
Quoras, yeah.
No, I
talking
know.
to
I'm
Quoras.
just... Okay.
well, as long as Nemeia wouldn't want it, could see it being useful for her too. I'm happy to carry it. I've got eulogy here, so that's what I use most of the time. But a magical sword couldn't hurt.
Yes, I wasn't sure if you had sentiment. She seems a bit more of the either claws or big weapons type, but wouldn't hurt to ask. I just wanted to make sure. I'm usually in the back, so I didn't want to, it'd probably go without use if it was with me.
So I think 10 minutes later as well, Archie will finish this on the mace and say, just look back from it, just, whoa. Where did you guys get this from? Sorry.
Oh,
Where did you guys get this?
We took it off of a very angry halfling. Well,
Yeah.
not so much angry.
More like
Demented?
just cruel.
Cruel. Yes, that's a good word. After we
Drugged
killed him
us and locked
then-
us in rooms.
Probably good to say that first. We then killed him and burned down his house. And we took the mace from him.
Right.
He deserved to be killed, though. Not we didn't just
Absolutely, yeah.
do that part.
Yeah, he was torturing people, but anyway, he's dealt with.
Okay, well, seems like a bit of a fitting weapon for someone like that. Although maybe it could be used for better purposes. Just looking at the group, do any of them use melee weapons? Like, very obviously use melee weapons?
Yeah, I mean, Chorus definitely does. All of them have some sort of melee weapon visible, but you get the sense from some of their equipment that some of them prefer ranged over. But Chorus and Nemeia both give off the visage of somebody who would be up close and dirty in their fighting for the most part.
You would see Chorus has a like broken greatsword on his back, a short sword at his side, a javelin on the other side of his back, and a longbow strung over top of him. So.
And you also have
Yeah,
a
he just got a
trident.
scimitar.
So who has the trident? Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, do I also have the trident?
You have the
Yeah, you
trident.
do.
Oh my god, I forgot about the
You just got like this X behind you of like.
He's like walking
That's
around this
right.
tiny little shack, like bumping things over constantly.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Every
Pardon me.
time he turns, he just knocks over a vase. Well,
Nenea's got two javelins, a double-bladed scimitar across her back. She's also got a dagger and a blow dart kit strapped to her thigh.
well, one of you two might like this, and I just pointed Chorus and Nemeia, although it could probably be used by anyone. It seems to function as a normal mace as a mace does, but about a couple times a day you can release a burst of fear around you, and those without a strong will probably end up fleeing from you as fast as they can.
Nemeia just looks at Chorus.
You only have to be holding it to do the wave of fear, but you don't have to attack with it, if that makes sense.
That's cool.
I guess in a way you
Yeah.
could kind of use it like a wand for a specific effect, and just not hit people with it.
It's just a very
So
chunky
anybody
wand.
can use it, really. Yeah,
Yeah, it seems
anybody
quite
could use
heavy.
it, really. It is pretty heavy, and you'll notice like Archie hasn't picked it up off the ground; like it's still on the ground.
It's Thor's
or maybe he's
hammer.
like holding. Yeah, it's like he's holding the handle, but it's still like face downwards and resting on the ground. It is pretty heavy. Well,
I mean, I'm
up to you guys.
happy to carry it if we need to.
How do I look? And Edie picks it up.
Edie,
Yes.
what is
Quinn
your strength?
vibes.
What is your strength, Edie?
A 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to. I mean, you struggle for just a second trying to get the balance of it, but you pick it up okay and sit there. And the head of the mace itself actually is while it's metal, it kind of points up and it's got holes in it that makes it look like a skull, like attached to the top of the mace.
Edie immediately puts it over the top of her face to look through the holes.
I
You
also
look
just
terrifying.
I
It
forgot.
is.
Wow.
I also have a quarterstaff. Another stick strapped to my back.
Edie,
I've
I
heard a
think
lot of
that
lessons.
I think that suits you rather well, if I do say so.
Do you guys have anything in the bag of holding, or are you just holding everything? What do you
Where's is the bag of holding?
I've got a bunch of
Taurus's
stuff in the bag
back
of
is
holding.
The bag of holding.
Yeah.
It is called the Mace of Terror, and yeah,
Fun for people to be scared of me.
Could be useful. Even if you don't use it as a mace, perhaps you could use it to keep the bad guys away from you, Edie.
Yeah, well, if
Rose
anyone
and
gets
Vix,
close,
question, but
Precisely.
maybe it'll do more damage than my dagger. And you see her dagger's like encrusted in blood. Like,
never cleaned it.
so can I send them like the item then, or
Yeah,
what do I-
absolutely.
Should I
you
just
just
send
give
the
it to her.
are
link?
you sure no one else wants it? I was just holding it for fun, but really, I mean, I'll
Alright.
take it.
No, I think that's
you can have it, Edie.
It suits you. I think.
I
Yeah.
will add it to your inventory right now.
Does anyone else
Edie
want?
does a little dance.
You
And,
You need to attune to it to use it.
What does that mean?
Okay, so it means that you've got to concentrate on it for a little while, about an hour, get like really familiar with it, and kind of bond your energy with the energy of this item, and that way you forge a bond with it, and it allows you to use its powers.
You do know a lot about magic. Okay. All right.
Are you proficient in using this type of weapon?
I don't
Nope.
think.
It's
Do you have any proficiencies?
martial melee weapon.
Yeah, she would not be.
Crossbow, light, dagger, dart, quarterstaff, and sling.
But that doesn't stop you
I'm
from
actually
using
proficient in
Yeah.
maces.
Right.
You only,
Oh,
you only
Rose,
need
do
to
you
be
want it?
proficient to attack with
It'll,
it. but
it'll be too heavy. And like a Rose will just like try and pick it up, and I'm sure she'll buckle under the weight. 8 strength, and also small. I feel like she's just
Yeah.
kind of like immediately like just like, oh.
I mean, I don't know how to use it right now, but I'll practice.
Point of order: a
I
halfling
mean-
was using it before, so
That's
it's
true.
not like a maul. It's not a heavy weapon, so
No.
But Rose is not strong at all.
no, that's absolutely fair. Yeah.
Well,
She's not
knowing how
strong
to
at all.
use-
She's just like,
I will say then, if Archie knows the properties from the identify, like you can still use it without knowing how to use it physically to hit things. Like even I could
What,
use it.
she would just attack without proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't
Yeah.
require proficiency with the mace to attune to it, but it actually doesn't have any attunement requirements, but it's just that you wouldn't be using your proficiency bonus for attack rolls if you used it as a melee weapon.
You could roar
Fine.
without bonking.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll get better at bonking.
Giggity.
Edie's gonna now go into her backpack, and she's pulling out the rainbow fabrics that Vix had gotten her, and she's like tearing strips off of it, and she's making tassels for up
This is amazing.
the arm, and she's gonna like put
So-
a bow on top of the skull.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
it is in your inventory. You can equip it. You can attune to it if you want to do that. It's in there for you to do what you want to.
Danke.
Oh man.
Amazing, though.
The Rainbow
The
Mace
Rainbow
of Terror.
Terror.
I
love it.
really want. Okay,
Jinx!
and I need you to draw this.
Yeah, we need
We
an
need
image
character
of
art
the
of
Rainbow
this.
Done. I can do that.
absolutely.
For
There's
the
just bells kind of hanging off of
Oh,
it every
wait,
time she
so,
swings.
so
it.
an hour?
Mhm.
So Edie's
Short rest.
spending the next hour after she decorates it concentrating.
Yeah.
And I'll even
Well,
say
this
you
is-
could use the hour that you were decorating it as part of that bonding experience.
Thank
Well,
you.
while we're on the
It's got a
topic
little
of
bow.
sort of distributing all these things we've accumulated, of course I offered you this scimitar, but I think any of us could probably use it. We also have, from the the previously alive wife that decided to make herself an enemy of us. We have a ring which has some abjuration magic laced into it. It will offer a little bit of a boon in protecting you from both magic and sort of physical attacks. Meta +1 to
That's very
AC and
useful.
saves. Um, we also have
That sounds
uh,
useful.
this, and they hold up a little stick, nicely carved wand, which, Nemeia, if you were wanting to be able to be magical, this stick does not require any sort of a foreknowledge of magic. It allows you to summon a spell that I think, Edie, you've used before. You can fire missiles of
What spell?
arcane force to pelt your enemies with.
We can do it at the same time. Pew pew pew.
I can also do that spell, actually, if I am correct in what you're talking about.
Nemeia's
That
face
sounds
just drops.
Can I insight check to see why Nemeia's face dropped?
I also want to, if I can, inside check to see where her face dropped.
Go for it.
Ooh,
What
I
is
rolled
my
real bad.
insight bonus. +0. Let's
12.
roll. 4.
Ooh.
Archie's rolling terrible for everything.
Archie's obviously not familiar with the fact that Nemeia can't use magic, so probably a little bit lost on him. Vix would pick up the sense that Nemeia's like, oh, for God's sake, everyone can use this spell, but me. Thanks for signaling me out.
If you
Like,
use this,
rub it in.
if you use this wand, you would be able to use the spell, and it could give you a good option for if our enemies are ever let long range away from you. Just an option.
Goes pretty far.
That
It
goes
gets,
very far.
It could be used by anyone.
Quite far.
That's cool.
Yeah. Fine, I'll take that one.
All right.
Is everything okay?
Enthusiasm.
Nemeia?
Vix like tosses you the wand.
Wasn't the
Sniff that.
most enthusiastic. I mean, I got this, and like from this strap, on like that holds the sling for his book, he'll pull out the little wooden wand and kind of like, you know how people do with a pen or like a coin, they twirl it in their fingers.
Flourish.
And he's like, yeah, flourish it. I mean, when my parents got me my first wand, which is this wand, I was over the moon. But you don't seem
Hey.
very excited.
I can't use magic, despite what I am. She's gonna
What do you
point a finger
mean? Hmm?
at Archie and in Infernal. Do the cantrip, Hellish Rebuke. But nothing happens.
Archie's gonna be like, hold on.
Nothing
Oh.
And
happens.
now, does Hellish Rebuke work if you are not attacked? You have to use it as a reaction.
I think you mean
to an
thaumaturgy.
attack.
For the cantrip is
Yeah.
thaumaturgy.
Yeah. Hellish
Uh.
Rebuke is a reaction when you're hit by something.
Reaction. Yeah, sorry. You are correct.
If you try to
All
circle
of the dead.
Archie in flames, it's fine.
It doesn't work.
Trym is in the
Anyway.
background like, yes, justice.
She's like looking from the top of the stairs, like, yes.
Burn the
Burn
witch.
the wounded.
If you got any other cantrip like thaumaturgy, all the dead.
excellent.
I think it is just that, well, depending on what heritage, it
It depends on which heritage, yeah.
Yeah.
depends on the heritage, but thaumaturgy is basically across all of them. Nothing happens
Well-
anyway.
That's really interesting. Maybe there's something blocking your connection to magic.
If there is
Nemeia,
why
are
don't
you
you
supposed to be able to do magic?
Or she just doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Well,
Vic says while like idly thumbing around the ring in their fingers.
It may just
magic
blend.
is pretty great. Well, the wand, as far as what Vic said, you don't need to be able to do magic to do it anybody. Why don't you give the wand a try? If we're not going, what time is it, DM, by this point?
It is probably around 11-ish, getting on to like 12 now at midnight at this point in time.
I figure we're
It's
probably
so
done.
late.
I figure we're probably done for the day. We should probably go to bed. So I have a few spells to spare if you want to give it a try. I can shield it and it won't hurt me.
Maybe not inside.
Avada Kedavra!
Sickly green energy.
The boy
transports
who
you.
lived
Let's go on the
to
roof.
die.
Just go shoot. Just go shoot zombies from the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go
we could
get
go.
some magic.
just-
Let's go.
Just
Well-
Walking Dead, just like
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's not shoot the zombies and attract attention to ourselves, but we could
Yeah,
go to
that-
the roof and try it.
Well,
We could
maybe
always
we
try
jump
it
a
out
couple of
tomorrow as
roofs
well.
across, so then they don't follow us.
Let's go to the roof. Come on,
Ooh.
and
Go on.
give it a try
Yeah.
there.
You could fly around the city and just shoot down into the crowds of zombies and see what happens.
Yes.
Just
Nemeia,
hit
take me
little
up with
shots
you.
at them?
Let's see if
Yes.
it works first.
You guys aren't
The
gonna leave this
scientific
land.
method.
You guys aren't gonna let me rest unless you see me use this, are you?
No.
I mean, if it doesn't work for you, then the most logical next step is to give it to someone else. But if it works for you, that would be a great way to get you maybe a bit more familiar with the magic. Maybe it's a fear of magic or some kind of block that's keeping you from it. This might be
Believe me, I'm
a
not
way to
scared
ease
of
that.
magic.
Right.
I've wanted to use
I
it
want
my
to
whole
inside
life.
check that.
Absolutely.
Okay, a mediocre roll, 13.
She's telling the truth. She wants to be able to use magic.
No, but the part about not being scared about magic.
Ah, no.
Okay.
Some spells she's not too fond of, obviously.
Anything with a wisdom save, not
Yeah.
not at all.
Yeah.
60% of spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go give it a try. I have a way to negate them once they reach me, so I'd be happy to be the target.
I don't know if I feel comfortable targeting you. Can't I just shoot it off into the...
Shoot it off
Into
into
the
the
night?
air like fireworks.
Yeah, well, again, we don't want to attract attention to the place, but you could probably just hit the ground or something. It can have quite an impact, though.
Okay,
Or just
screw it.
Hit a
Should just
nearby
grab
building.
Archie's arm and take him upstairs.
What? Okay. Yeah, so he'll just be like, almost like explaining the technical, like while you're dragging him, like he's explaining the technical aspects of the shield spell and how it completely negates magic missile, and like telling you about how it works and the physics of it. And that's why it won't hurt me at all! And he's just being dragged off.
Alright, on the roof.
As
she'll-
you guys head upstairs to cast magic missile from your newly acquired wand, we are going to take a break. So be sure to come back in 10 minutes, go refresh yourselves, grab a snack, grab a beverage,
Go regain your
Um,
charges.
throw
Yeah.
something at a loved one, and we will see you back here in 10 minutes.
We don't encourage that.
See you
Don't
soon.
do that. Bye.
No.
everybody. We had the transition that time. I'm so excited. We were all just like waiting for
Fancy.
it, and it came, and it was perfect. So
It
thank
happened.
you for that. It happened. Exactly what we wanted it to. When we left off, everybody was hanging out. Nemeia and Rose had scoured the city looking for information and supplies. They found some blankets and sheets, as well as a letter from a guardsman and a necklace. Nemeia found a necklace as well with a gold chain and a ruby. Quoras returned from letting the others know that danger was to be found and sent Eldon and Orif back to Balantor to warn them of what was happening here. They had some discussions and some arguments, and a little bitter, angry halfling lashed out and received some lashing back. And Nemeia was given a pew-pew stick, and now they are going up on the roof to test out her ability to use the Wand of Magic Missiles. And that is where we are picking up.
I think in Archie's head, we're heading up to the roof, he's just kind of like, I had to save up for like a year and like bank my Christmas and birthday gifts for this wand here, and they're just like, whatever with this wand. It's like a culture shock to him, but he's not saying anything. Just that's what's going on in his head.
Good. So you guys head up on the roof. What are you doing?
Are you sure you want to do this, Archie?
Yeah, like I said, the shield spell is very quick and reactive, and it creates this almost like reactive force to the magic missile, and it will completely negate the damage. So it's almost made for it, kind of. It's a very specific part of it was created to deflect this spell specifically. So hit me. With the magic missile, not physically, please.
She just comes up and just decks you.
Decks him.
And I move like 10 feet away, maybe 15 feet away if the roof space allows it.
She's just gonna do what she's seen with other people in wands and just sort of stab at the air and try and release a charge.
And it's are you doing a single one?
Yeah, to begin with, we'll do a single.
Oh,
Yep. So as you do, you see, what color would your darts take the form of?
Channeling through Nemeia, they would be a mix between black and silver. So a black smoke with silver highlights coming through.
So as you focus on it and you cast the spell, it launches out, and you see these, as you described, these 3 darts come swirling out
I
and
cast
like
one.
spiraling. Right, but the first charge is 3 darts.
Oh!
You always get 3 darts.
First level
Additional
does 3
charges just
darts.
upcast it to give you more darts.
Yeah.
Just like
So
So
the
then-
3 darts
maybe
come
that.
kind of like corkscrewing around, and find their way towards Archie.
So as you see it like actually working, he's like, oh, and he just casts shield and negates it.
And you see them like just like 1, 2, 3 immediately strike the shield and vanish.
Archie's
Archie
dead.
realizes he didn't
New character.
prepare shield today.
Yeah, he didn't prepare. No, I prepared
Oh, no.
shield, but that would be hilarious.
Amazing.
Archie's dead. Roll a new character.
falls to the ground.
Seeing that it actually worked, Nemeia's wings like open up in like, you know, like a bird in surprise, like, oh!
And Archie is just like arms outstretched, like it worked.
She's gonna fire off 3 more shots.
Oh, hold on. He'll just do another shield.
All right. And again, the 3 darts just.
I can only do that so many times, but I'm glad you're so excited.
She looks like a kid on Christmas.
Are the others here? Have the others come to see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just like kind of like looking at you guys like arms
This
outstretched
is
like how
incredible.
great is this?
You did magic,
Wow.
Nemeia.
I mean, I cheated.
No, that's how it works. You get magic from something and then you do it. Yours is the wand.
Well, okay.
Well, at least now we know there's something wrong with me.
Vix
Why?
rolls their eyes and goes back down the ladder and inside.
Hey, it took a
Why
lot
is there
of...
something wrong with you?
Edie, I'm a tiefling. I should
Yeah?
just be able to do magic. I mean, not
Says
a lot.
who?
Says every tiefling ever.
Or every satyr ever says that I'm not supposed to be doing this magic.
Maybe you
you're a
guys are
cleric,
just
your
different.
gods give you magic.
Yeah, but I'm not supposed to have this magic.
You have magic. I wouldn't question it.
Some people are just different. Doesn't mean that you're not. There's something wrong with you. There's something magic about you when you're in a fight.
I wouldn't call that magic.
I
I'd
would.
call that scary.
No, it's
dangerous.
magic.
I agree.
With what statement?
With that you are magic when you are fighting.
Thanks, guys. I'm not gonna argue with you. Archie, thank you.
It's a pleasure. And if you guys are going to be sticking around to help, I'd be really interested to try and figure out why this is happening to you. What's stopping you? I'm sorry. I'm a very curious person, and I feel like with enough knowledge we could figure it out. But I don't
There's
think
nothing
there's anything
wrong with you, but help is good, I guess.
Maybe not, but I'd like to know why. Both my parents can use magic actually, very similarly to Rose. My mum could.
Oh,
Even my sister.
really?
Yeah. You're a druid, right?
Yeah.
Connections to nature?
Yes, magic from nature.
So was my father. Is my father.
Wow.
Was.
Wow, that's incredible. I never knew that you had a druid in the family. I mean, it's any one of us can take on druidship as it is. It's just about kind of going deeper into nature and, well, seeking out Aruna. But yeah, just don't let that hold you back. It isn't
No.
really heritable. Neither of
Or
my
you
parents are.
You could also study the arcane. I've got lots of books, and I'd be happy to show you.
Believe me,
It does take a lot of reading, though.
I tried to study it.
But hey, just because you're not like those of your heritage or ancestors, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. My father comes from a long line of generations upon generations of fishermen, and always insisted that I should be one too. I know it's not the same, but you don't always have to be the same as your parents and those before them.
No.
You can figure out your own thing.
True. But at least you had a choice.
The thousands of hours fishing growing up would say otherwise. But yeah.
Anyway, would you guys excuse me?
Oh,
Thanks. She's gonna go back downstairs, leave everyone behind, and hunt out Vix.
oof.
I mean, we're also going downstairs, I think.
Yeah.
Just wait like 5
Within,
minutes.
Yeah.
Small
wait a few
building.
minutes
It's like,
on
wait,
the roof, like,
Sir, the stars are so
Archie?
beautiful.
yes.
Archie, do you have any more left of those?
The shield spell? Yeah, I could do a
Edie,
couple
cast magic
more.
missile.
I'll use the second level spell slot to heal. That's all
Uh-oh.
I
It doesn't
have.
hit us with a zombie horde.
Yeah, we
Um,
really better hope we're not gonna get combat so we get a long rest. 'cause
Well, I
was-
mean, it's like midnight.
fun.
We should sleep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
we're going to bed now. But that was fun.
It is
Yeah.
actually funny that you mentioned that because anybody that is downstairs absolutely does hear some clawing and banging now on the door.
Shit.
Oh. Oh.
I
I
take
don't
it
think
back.
Quoras ever
Right
went
now.
up.
Get a warning next time.
Vix,
What
Vix
about
like
us?
hears that and jump and is like just shoves the ring on, gets their scimitar and whip, and I keep forgetting the whip is not gonna work that way. Scimitar and dagger out, and it's
But
just
the
like,
Nene might.
but the Nene might, yeah, and it's just like, if they come through, everyone just run out. I don't know, but stay
Yeah,
behind me.
dodge.
Is there a window, like on the second floor or anything? Or is there a second floor? Or is it just the roof? Okay. Can I look?
There's a second floor and then the roof.
Oh, yeah, that's
kind
right,
of
there it is,
attaches
yeah.
to it.
So Chorus wouldn't. I don't think Chorus ever went to the roof. I think he was just hanging out. Like he was like passing out the food that he brought back with him, and just chilling because he'd been out. So he would run upstairs and try to look out the window to see what was going on, how many there were.
Perception check.
And do those of us on the roof hear the things outside?
I would, if you were quiet now, you would hear something.
16.
What?
Yeah.
What's that sound?
I was
As
gonna-
you look down, you see probably a good 10, 15, maybe more creatures all just like pounding on the door. Some appear to be skeletons. Some appear to be boneless. Some appear to be a combination of skeleton and boneless. Just some undead creatures just banging on the door and clawing out,
Shit.
like trying to tear it down.
I'm
No.
gonna look over the edge of the building as well and like see that. Oh shit! And start like running down to the front door.
No.
Do you relay? Because Nemeia had already gone downstairs. Do you relay that to her?
Yeah, like as I'm going down, I'm going to relay to Trym, whoever's on the second floor, and everyone who hasn't heard already. Just like, kind of like the shout whispering, like, "There's people. There's zombies at the front door. There's undead. Come on!" And so we're going to just go in.
Nemeia's going to run back up the stairs onto the roof, take flight, go behind the horde, and fire off another magic missile to get their attention.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
I was-
no.
Just double check, since I would have been downstairs,
Ah.
could I have already put a judgment on in response to the banging on the door? Okay.
Wasted a second level spell.
Yep.
What?
I'm so sorry. I
Jesus.
thought
Not
we were
gonna
going
need that,
straight to
okay.
bed.
Was a great moment. I also thought we were going to bed.
I love
Took
it.
too long.
I also
You
used
can never
first
trust
level
that.
spell.
All
And
the
the
spells.
in the dark of night, these bright flashing lights up in the sky
Yeah,
are definitely going to cause it, attract attention.
fair
So-
enough.
Let us do this here. Nope.
Dang it.
Gosh.
Nemeia was finally gonna kick down that door, and then dang it.
Natural 19.
Hold those numbers. Give me
nice.
just a second. I have to update this to actually be you guys.
Which map would we be on?
It will be Loch Hillbrand.
Okay.
Or sorry, Main Street.
Main Street, Loch Hillbrand.
Okay. Perfection. I'm already on that one.
Yeah,
I do not have a token of vision in this scene.
yes.
Nobody does yet. I'm
Nobody.
doing it all.
I figured not.
Yeah.
Is there a
Aw,
link
man.
to this that I should be using?
Yep, it's also
Oh,
pinned in the.
Yeah, it's pinned.
Here, I'll help you out. As long as my
Yes,
Discord
please.
goes. Somebody else might need to help him out because my Discord's
Pinned in general.
going all
Okay.
slow.
Thank
Oh, my Discord's
you.
also.
Fourth one down. It'll say Tales of
Here's
None of
what
my
we-
secrets.
The DBMS one. That
Yeah. Okay, I found it. There we go. I just got like 3 people send it to me at once.
Here.
We just all wanted to
Take
make sure
it.
you had it, you know?
Thank
Take
you.
it
Put that
off.
in your
Hmm.
pipe and smoke it.
Everybody sent it to me except my girlfriend.
Aww.
Oh.
My Discord was freezing. I'm
Womp womp.
sorry.
I was experiencing this.
You got this.
I asked someone else to do it.
Alright, just about done placing the bad guys.
While we're loading this map, you could be loading a map of your own by going to TA Maps.
And also, don't forget next week we're doing a dice giveaway, so be here for that. Because you need to be. Alright,
You need to win it.
where, Nemeia, you are in the. So who's on the roof?
Cheers.
It's on the roof.
Oh, well, I was
We
running
were
down.
still on the roof.
Yeah.
You came down.
Okay,
And
so
Rose
who's
is
so
with
okay?
me.
I don't want to just raise your hand if you were on the roof.
Me and Rose.
Edie and Rose. Okay.
Oh goodness. Oh.
Yeah, you
roll it.
were where?
Initiative at home with us. If you had your own dice set
Well,
from third
originally,
line
I
dice.
was like halfway down the stairs, heard Archie, and then raced back up and took flight.
Okay, so you are up in the air. We'll say like over here.
Excellent
Oh,
spawner,
there we go.
Haley.
I wanted to get behind
Sure.
her.
Which way
Jesus!
are you?
I can't see anything even though my token's there.
That's weird.
Oh,
I can see.
No.
It's because of dark vision.
Cool. Oh, yep.
Vix, where were you?
I was in the house.
So you're still in the house. Okay, so I
Yeah.
will put you. You're technically in the house, coming down, but you are not on the roof.
Okay.
Archie.
I can't even see the house.
Yep.
She was running downstairs to warn everybody.
I made a token.
Yeah, but I don't think there's any light sources in the house.
No, I don't have a token in here for him. I know I made it. Oh, maybe I couldn't because it was down. Make him a token really fast. Let's go ahead while I'm doing. There it is.
Since
Let's do initiative here for everybody first. Quoras, what was your initiative?
dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Edie,
19.
Vix.
25.
Good God. Nemeia,
15.
Rose,
7.
Archie.
With natural 19, we're up to 26.
Yeah.
You guys!
Yeah,
what?
Vic. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, bitch.
If I would have
Good
beat you
grief.
if I beat the natural roll. Not my fault. Roll works.
All
This
right.
is your initiative
Um,
bonus. What?
Archie, you do not have dark vision, so that is going to be Okay, that is not. This is gonna work for you for now. I'm gonna fix it for later. So this is you for your token for now. I don't know why it was not the correct one, but for today we'll use that. And then let's see, blah 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 blah. Who am I missing?
Me.
Quoras. Where are you at?
So, the question about that, I would have seen them from the second floor. I ran up to the second floor to look out the
Mhm.
window. I think on seeing them, Chorus would have tried to Misty step behind them. Is that?
There you go.
Can I do that? Cool.
Yeah. Now we are here, and of course, nobody's ever going to beat your guys' initiative. So, Archie, you are first.
I cannot see anything right
That is
now.
true because you are inside anyway.
Okay.
Are there no light sources in the house?
Yeah, there's lights, but I didn't, do that.
No inside of the house on the map.
I don't know how to give a light source. I mean, it would be inside the house. So yes, there is a. There's like going to be like a little
It's an isometric map, so there's not like an actual inside to the map of the house.
Right.
Yeah. So just theater of the mind inside, and once you're outside, then you can see.
Right.
Okay.
I was not anticipating battling inside the guard tower. So.
Yeah. Well, Archie's
And
then.
some people had to go and shoot off magic missile in the sky. So whatever.
They insisted.
It's fun. No regrets.
No regrets.
I am going then. I don't know how to move it, but Archie is. Once everybody is aware, he's going to be running back up to the roof to just dash up back to the roof if he can.
Let me. Here, Arjun, you can now control it.
Yeah, you should be able to drag it and stuff.
Yes.
I will actually work on updating your token here real quick with your actual art. So give me just a second while we're doing that. But you're doing what now?
Just
going
running
to
up
the
to the
roof.
roof.
Okay. So you make it up to the roof. That'll be your movement. You are now on the street for some reason, but you jumped off.
I can't see anything like as I move.
For the
it's
sake-
like revealing the
For
map.
the sake of possible dark vision shenanigans, is the fire in the city giving enough light that there would be at least dim light in the streets?
It is maybe dim light. Yeah. It's far enough away that that's literally all you would see is maybe an outline because the city itself, the burning is far enough away that it's not going to catch. So it's hard to say. It might give just enough that you could see something.
Okay.
For the sake
I'm.
of seeing the map.
Yeah. I didn't make a character with dark vision or with no dark vision. That's you. I don't know.
So if it's dark, I'm blind.
Yes, that's how darkness works.
Yes.
I think he definitely. The humans and stuff living in the house would definitely have some candles up to not be moving around blindly.
Right, but
Let's
inside
just
the
keep
house,
your character there for now.
outside.
Yeah. Alright, so he's just going to run his 60 feet up to the roof, and can I get to the edge where I can see the undead?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so what do I see? Like right in front of the front door.
You see about 15 to 20 undead creatures kind of like clawing at the door.
Oof. Okay. I used my action to dash, so bonus action, the one that's like closest to the door, I'm just gonna try to telekinetic shove.
You okay? What type of save is that?
So let's just get to it real quick. Bonus action.
Should be a strength save.
Strength save, yeah. Strength save against my spell save DC, which is. Where do I see that on? Beyond. Oh, there we go. Strength save DC 16.
Okay.
just a shove, and it's just gonna. If it fails, it just gets shoved back 5
It's
feet.
a
away from
it's a natural 20, so it succeeds.
Damn.
Okay, that's all I got. That's action, bonus action, and movement. So
Okay.
that's it for me.
That ends your turn then, and Vix, you're up. Quoras, Edie, Nemeia on deck.
Okay, Vix. For the purposes of, they're assuming that these are undead, and so they've put their judgment onto a sacred destruction for increased damage, and they're gonna open the door.
Ooh, the door is barred and locked as heck. Like Archie has been very, very much locking that door and securing it.
Well, damn. I feel like I would have known that before committing to this course of action.
And in the time, like how much has passed, like you would have seen Archie just like locking and unlocking the door, almost like
Yeah.
very much making sure.
So I would have known that the door is not a meaningful method of egress.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So could I instead be up on the roof where Archie is?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then how far away are the undead from me?
Probably, 30 or so feet down.
Oh gosh. It's only the second story. They're 30 feet down?
Well, I mean, it's 10, 15 feet, and then, angle 20 feet. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not an architect, my guy.
It's the floor of the third story. There's a second floor to the building. So
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
the first floor, then a second floor, then over.
Oh, this blows. Okay, then I'll just... Yeah, I'll switch it up and just do a crossbow shot then. Because I'm not going to jump off unless there's a convincing reason to. So I'll just stick with one shot around.
There we go. And your token is changed now, Archie. So it's actually you.
There we go.
But you still can't see his dark vision. All right. So
Okay.
who are you firing at?
Just any of the undead. I assume that there's a massive horde in front of me, and I'll just pick one and shoot at it.
Yes, there are. So roll me a d20.
1.
Just to. Okay, there you go. You are shooting at the zombie at the closest to the door. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Okay. That is an 18 to hit.
It definitely hits. They are not.
And then I am going to... Where the heck is that? I'm going to roll damage as soon as I can find it. There it is. Goodness gracious. That is 11 piercing damage.
All right. So as your bolt goes through it, it staggers back, and it's already looking like the arm drops off of this zombie, and it kind of looks over at it.
And then Vix is trying to reload the crossbow faster. God, that stupid fingers. Archie, do you have any more of those little floaty downy magics things?
The what?
The thing where you entered like a badass and just drifted down.
Featherfall, yes, I have that.
Okay, if I need to get down there, I'd appreciate it, but I'll try and just pick them off from up here in the meantime. And that's it for me.
Alright, if you jump, I'll cast it.
That's it for me.
Are you jumping off?
I'm
okay.
not gonna. I don't want to waste a spell slot unless I need to. I'm sure Nemeia and Quoras are gonna
Gotcha.
be able to murk those things pretty bad.
Yeah, it'll be
Quoras,
a
Edie,
second level spell
Nemeia.
slot for me.
Cool. So I've moved myself to where I would have actually teleported to. Just up just a little bit. Wouldn't really
Perfect.
matter. I'd have just moved.
Totally fine.
And then I'm going to make an attack with Eulogy, and I can let's see. That's going to be 2 attacks against just the. Is that a fleshy boy in front of me? Whatever they're called.
That's a boneless. Yeah,
boneless,
you are
yeah.
surrounded currently by
Boneless.
boneless.
A fleshy boy.
Fleshy boy. Technical term.
Okay, so that's I rolled 2
Latin
to
name.
hit, and I rolled a 21 to hit and a 17 to hit.
Is that for both attacks?
Yeah.
Both hit.
Cool. And then as a bonus action, I would have done Planar Warrior on the first attack.
Okay.
So let's see. That is. Where is it? I need another d6. There we go. And math. 22 points of damage. And the first one, which would have been 13 points of damage, is all force damage.
Okay, how much was the total damage?
22.
Damn. As you strike it, it's a lot different than when you guys fought them at level 1. As you strike it, just the whole flesh kind of shakes with the impact of the force, and you see just it's again like the zombie. It's part of it's just like sloughing. It's looking really rough, that one you just attacked with your 2 hits. So that was 22 for both, or was that just one?
So that was both, and then I also, since I did hit it with an attack, I'm gonna mark it as a favored foe and do an extra d4, which is 2 more damage to that hit.
It's still holding on, but not looking good. It's wishing it had some bones right now. Okay, does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right, then Edie, you are up, and Nemeia, you are on deck.
So how far would the furthest zombie, or not zombie, undead be from me?
From where you are at, probably. I mean, distance-wise, it is like 30-ish feet, then down. So probably about 50 feet. As the crow flies, if you're counting for the angle and stuff as well.
Edie is going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Yeah.
And pop it down next to the front door-ish. And she's just going to start swinging at him.
Do it. Are you attacking the one that Vix attacks first?
I think so. That's a 16 to hit.
16 hits. They have very, 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 very low AC.
6 damage with Spiritual Weapon.
6 damage. So as your bell like tolls against it, it shakes even more, and it looks like it's having a very hard time maintaining its form.
I'm gonna be like, "What stupid thing?" And I'm gonna pull my bow out and get it. Be like, go for it. Oh, it's okay. That's not a natural 1, so 7. So that's a no. 10.
10 hits. You're attacking the same one, right?
Same one.
Yep.
For 6 damage.
And what are you attacking with this time?
Short bow.
Your short bow. So as your bell smacks it, you then pull out your short bow and launch, and the arrow just straight through the eye, and the zombie drops.
A pile at the front door.
So I deleted him just for the sake of keeping the map clear, but he's there, still laying crumpled, dead.
Got him.
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes. Edie's like laying down on the top of the roof like a sniper.
Edie bringing back the sniper. Nemeia, you are up.
So Nemeia was going to fire off another missile to try and lure them away, but seeing that Quoras has just misty stepped in front of her, just like, oh, for fuck's sake. She's going to rage and then drop down in the middle of them. And she is going to recklessly attack the one that he'd just been hitting. She's going to use her tail as her natural weapon of choice, but I'm attacking with my scimitar, double-bladed scimitar. Just so.
Wait, what?
Like natural weapons.
She's declaring her tail as her weapon.
Okay, so you're not using. So your tail is your natural weapon.
My tail is my natural weapon.
But you're attacking with your scimitar. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to. I'm declaring what natural weapon I get.
I really appreciate that.
All right. So, I'm gonna recklessly attack. First attack on that one. Both of them will hit. Or one of them will hit. First attack, 8, 6. So that's 14 to hit.
That hits.
And 2d4.
You're gonna kill it. So as you swing with the first hit, you just carve through it like a piece of paper, and it just folds. Two separate pieces fold in half. That one is done. So you have a zombie and 2 skeletons on either side of you, as well as another one to the just northeast of you.
Yeah. All my attacks are reckless, by the way. And I'm going to go for the zombie, like below and in front, if that makes sense. Like in front of Quoras.
Okay.
I can do that. Again. Yep, cool. 21 to hit.
Which one are you attacking? I mean, it's got to hit, but which one are you attacking? The one in front of Quoras?
Yeah, so the zombie that's got the gap in front of Quoras.
Oh, okay, you're going for that
So the one closest
perfect.
to the door. Yeah, I'm not going to move, but the one in, like, diagonally down from me.
Right, yep, I got you now. So yes, that definitely hits.
Okay, that's another 9 points.
So you damage. Is that counting your rage bonus and everything?
Oh no, it wasn't. What's my rage bonus?
Probably.
Is it plus
Yeah, it
2?
should be 2.
Yeah, plus
Yeah,
2.
plus 2.
So 11 points of slashing.
So you just carve this big gash and actually cuts down, like in its collarbone, like halfway down its chest, and you see like rotted lungs like fall out.
Cool. I can't do the other thing because I raged. Let's go.
Okay. That ends your turn then. Up next is Skeleton. So we got a whole mess of undead about to do some damage here. So this skeleton is going to move. Trying to get like to here. To attack Quoras. It is going to. So skeleton. You get a short sword attack, so he's going to attack you. That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
One day.
For 5 points of piercing damage.
One day that defensive duels
Oh my
will
God.
pay off.
Someday I will get to use that feat.
Don't you have that shield?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my AC is 19 with defensive duelist and a shield.
This skeleton will
Dustin could
come
never low
here.
anything lower than a 20.
The skeleton will come here to attack you as well, Quoras, and it's going to get advantage because you're being flanked. That is a 19 to hit with a short sword.
That's me still.
Yep, still you.
19?
19?
Okay, that one I can block.
Yeah.
Finally, I get to use my feature.
Hey, what is it? What is your feature?
Defensive duelist. I can add 3 to my AC. So it's a well, actually, ties goes to the attacker. So never
Yes,
mind.
it
I can't
does.
block that.
Still can't block
Hey.
it.
So don't even bother. It's another 5 points of piercing damage. Next up is this one above you, but he's going to attack Nemeia. And Nemeia, you are being flanked, so it will be with advantage.
We'd have advantage anyway. I attacked recklessly.
That's true. That's a
Anything
22.
is going to be advantage. A what?
It's 22.
Yeah.
That is 3 points of piercing damage, halved to 1.
Cool.
Someone needs to buy Dustin new dice.
The skeleton north of you is now attacking
First
Nemeia.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, I'll take it.
5 points halved to 2 of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Next one is the one diagonal from you, Nemeia, also attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
7 points halved to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Next is the boneless. You see that one is nope. That one's dead, so he's done. But the other boneless next to Quoras is going to attack, also at advantage because flanking. Dirty 20. Wait. Let me get the bonus. What is their attack bonus? It may not be. No, it's a 21. Sorry. But their attack is going to hurt you. So first,
Unlike all the other attacks before it.
7 points of bludgeoning damage from their slam attack as he just like kind of comes up against you.
Is that me?
That is you.
Okay, I missed that we switched.
And then he's attacking again. You got lucky, my friend. Those were both 2s. That is a 7 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yeah.
Had he succeeded in both those attacks, you would have not liked it. So you avoid the second attack, but you take damage from the first one. The other boneless is going to attack, also basically flanking here because you are surrounded by enemies. That is a 15.
Doesn't hit.
Ah, you got lucky. And the second slam attack is a 24 that will hit for 6 more points of bludgeoning damage as it slams against you as well. I did not put another one on, so I forgot that I had him. Hold on, let me put him over here because I forgot.
Excuse you.
Excuse you.
It was in my. It was there. He just wasn't there. He's going to hover around over here. And
I have
come after
dark
the
vision
map.
that's there. It just wasn't there.
Yeah. That is a 23 to hit, Nemeia.
Yep.
That is
Oh man.
4 plus 7 points halved to 3 of bludgeoning damage, and 21 to hit.
Thrash.
What's that do?
Spike it.
I get 2 roll d8s to my AC, and I think that still goes through. That my AC is now 18.
So that will still hit.
Still hits.
So that is another 5 points halved to 2 of bludgeoning damage, and you need to make. You are now grappled, and I can now do this. You are blinded,
Stop.
unable to breathe, and you take an additional
Hello?
2 points of bludgeoning damage as you are being crushed by the force of this boneless.
Oh my gosh.
Rose, you are up, and then a whole bunch more undead.
Okay. Righty. Rose, I think, first point of order, she's going to go and do a, moonbeam.
Yes.
See. I think on like the nice little square cluster to
That's
get
a
the
good idea.
maximum effect.
It's a really good idea.
At least she hasn't
that's good
summoned
enough.
all their wolves again.
I mean, doing that, and then she's also then seeing Quoras and Nemeia in danger. She is going to bring out her bear spirit totem, which is going to give them 10 temporary HP. So let's just see the range of this. So it's quite a large one. I think it's going to get all of us. So you get 30 foot. Yeah. It's basically.
Yeah.
So like all allies. So
Yeah.
basically all of us we gain 10 temp HP.
Nice.
And then an advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Which is good
just to keep in
because
mind.
Nemeia needs that.
Yeah, man.
Uh, And yeah, she's just going to just like keep a sort of worried eye out, just kind of intently focus on the moonbeam, which is now like dimly lighting that region. So yeah, I know that there should be some dim lighting from there. Oh no, what happened?
It's okay.
We're
We're back.
back.
He's back.
Sorry,
Ah.
my internet dropped off.
That is a valid point.
Ollie.
Okay. Does that
So
end your turn then?
yeah, yeah. So just also for those who can't see, there will be dim light there now on those.
Excellent. All right. Then up first is zombie one who was against. No, he's dead. That one. Sorry.
Nice.
Zombie. The next zombie is not dead, but might be soon. What is the saving throw?
The
What
saving
type?
throw,
Constitution.
oh, the type is con.
That's a 12 minus. No, plus 3.
Yeah.
15.
Oh, just makes it.
What?
Dang.
So
Still half
still,
damage.
so I'll let me
Still
go ahead
half
and roll.
damage.
Let me roll their saves for all of them, so you can just do the damage.
Yeah. Sure.
So next one does a natural 20. Next one does a 13, so he fails. And the next one does he fails as well. So 2 save, 2 fail.
Okay. Full damage is 14. So it would be 7 for the ones who are halved.
So the one that was, yeah, there was one that was already partially damaged from Nemeia. He just disintegrates in the ash
Nice.
by the moonbeam. The others, one looking really rough. The other 2 are hurt, but they're looking okay. So this one is going to. I mean, they're not smart enough to know what hurt them, so they're going to come right here, seeing a hole open, and he's going to attack Nemeia.
Isn't Nemeia covered by a boneless? How does that work?
She's grappled.
I'm just grappled.
She's
Okay.
yeah.
It's like probably like
Well,
my head and
it's essentially like a bear hug that's like, pressing her face against his flaps.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, that was bad.
Unfortunate phrasing.
Natural 20.
Yep.
So that is going to be 6 plus. That just rolled right in there. So 8, 9 points of melee of like bludgeoning damage, halved to 4 by that one.
I love rage.
Yeah. You've tanked
the
like
next
40
one-
damage at this point.
The next one, not seeing anything, comes over here, gets an attack on Quoras at advantage. That is a 21 to hit for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And this one is going to attack Nemeia as well. This one right here that I just moved out. I didn't move him out, but I'm just letting you know that's the one. So that is going to be.
He's the one.
That's going to miss. It's an 11, so he
Yeah.
misses. Other one is dead. He is alive. So this zombie over here is going to come over here behind Quoras, and he's going to attack because he
Jeez.
can't. There's nobody he can reach inside.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is, I think a 14 is going to miss Quoras, right?
That does miss, yes.
Nice.
So you avoid that one. This one is going to wander over here just because he can't do anything inside. Can't reach any of you up there, and he's going to, I guess, ready a attack if somebody comes near him, and that will end his turn. We are back at the top. Archie, Vix, Quoras, Edie, Nemeia, you are all up. So Archie first.
All right.
Do a
So,
fireball.
yeah, but you're
Yes.
all in the middle.
It's fine. I'm
It'll
resistant.
be fine. I'm not, but it'll be
Okay.
fine.
Oh shit. Okay, so inside the crowd is Nemeia and Chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
It's too much value.
How
Go
far
for
am I?
it.
Yeah,
Do it.
they're really not. I mean, they're not smart enough not to bunch up. It would be smart of you if you have it. It may kill
Yeah,
Quoras,
no,
but hey.
I have it, and it's the last, it's the last spell slot for 3rd level. But
Oh,
how
no.
far am I from Nemeia?
Probably about 40 or so feet, give or take.
Can I move to the edge of the roof so that I'm like within 30 feet?
Yeah, yes, you could move to the edge of the roof.
Okay, then just as a bonus action, I'm going to try and push her with a telekinetic shove out of this thing's grapple so that it's not grappling her anymore. And I'm going to push her like up and to the left if possible. To just be kind of out of the middle. Oh, well, she's completely surrounded.
Yeah, no, she's surrounded and
sure.
she's basically engulfed by its flesh.
If you
I could pull her as well, but she'd go into like someone else's space.
yeah, there's no other space for her to go to. If you do technically raw, if you push the boneless, if you are out of reach of the thing you are grappling, the grappling automatically ends. So you could just push the boneless away. But
yeah.
you have to be within 30 feet of it. I don't know.
Can I reach that thing that's grappling her to just push that?
You are not going to be able to get within 30 feet of it from the roof.
Or it's a movement of like up to 5 feet. Could I just move her enough that like I just wrest her from its grapple, basically, but not actually moving her on the grid, if that makes sense? Because she can willingly fail that.
They're essentially occupying the same space. The challenge would be against him, not against her.
Okay.
So she can't choose to fail a save to be moved by you when something else is holding her.
Okay. Then
I like the idea,
yeah.
and it could work, but you'd have to be closer to it to challenge it, not her.
Okay. Then I'm just going to. Archie's just kind of looking around, like not really having interacted with hordes like this, mostly just avoiding hordes like this, literally like the plague, and was just talking about how he does not want to use fireball unless he has to. He's just no, oh, no. I didn't want to do this again. And you'll see, like, he'll pull up his hand, and that mote of red begins to glow in his hand, and he'll say, "Just try to get out of the way! Watch out!" And throws the fireball mote into the middle of that group.
And what is the radius on that?
Massive.
It is a 20-foot radius, so I'm going to try and hit all of them if I can.
You should be able to.
Get.
It's 40
if it's
feet
like
across.
in the block, that's
easy.
Yeah, if it's in the block between Nemeia and Chorus, it should easily get.
You're gonna hit everything.
Hell
yeah.
So everybody,
I'm definitely gonna try. The fire must
Well,
definitely not touch the
like,
guard post if possible.
Into that open space.
Yeah,
So, like,
I'm gonna try and hit the open space that's like concrete only and not touch any buildings if possible.
That's not gonna be possible here. You can avoid the
size.
No.
Into a 20-foot radius. No, it's not up to. So, if I have to, then I'll burn the building away from us. But I'm definitely keeping it solidly as far as possible away from the guard tower building.
So let's do. This is a deck saves.
Yeah, I think Nemeia has advantage on that.
I do, but I'm technically grappled.
She's grappled.
But grapple
that
doesn't affect
deck saves.
Deck saves,
yeah. Because prone doesn't either. Prone doesn't affect deck saves.
If she's restrained, it would affect it, but not grappled.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Grappled creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit venom any boosts to its speed. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the damage?
Oh yeah. Cool. Okay.
The
Yeah,
fun part.
roll
Because
your
before
damage.
before I roll this many saving throws, I'm just going to see if any of them could even survive it, even with successful saves.
There's some roads.
Yeah.
We have to roll up first, and the first 6 of the
Nemeia
8
and
dice.
Conlon, go ahead and roll your saving throws.
Also
Who is
use D&D
Colin?
Beyond.
It's okay, I already rolled. That's 12, 17, 20, 25, and 2 more.
Oh my
plus
gosh.
1, 2. That is
Conlon's
31
Amy's imaginary.
points.
So 31. So only the boneless have a chance of even surviving. So I will roll the
I'm
bonenesses.
sorry, guys.
Technically, Undead
No, it's
Fortitude
fine.
could keep the zombies up, but
That is
And
true. So I will. Okay. Well, I will roll the undead fortitude part of it. Let me first deck save 15,
fails.
Your
15,
Fails.
13. So all the boneless just
nice.
the
damage?
zombies.
Nice.
31 fire damage for everything under a 16 deck save.
And then the zombies.
So they
I
have to make
forgot
the
about
first
his
save
undead
because
fortitude.
the damage total matters. So like if they fail the deck save, then it's a DC 36 con save, I think.
Oh, I'll just say he's in. Okay, so
Well-
zombie. So it's the DC is 5 plus damage taken.
Yeah. So a minimum
So
it's
the
DC
DC
20.
Right, they can't succeed. I mean, we'll see. Okay.
Is it 5 plus excess damage or 5 plus the total?
The damage
No,
that brought them to
damage.
0.
Ooh, then yeah, it's DC 36.
If they fail the deck save, yeah.
So
Well, they all
deck
failed.
save. Well, I didn't roll for any of the others because they couldn't survive it.
Yeah, so
I'm
the ones
rolling. I'm
that's-
rolling the undead fortitude to see if they can. So.
But the DC changes depending on if they make the deck save or not. If they fail the deck
So-
save, then it's impossible unless you rule natural
That's
20 as
true.
auto
That's true.
success.
So this would be a 17 for the deck save for the first zombie.
That passes. DC 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, oh, the deck save, yes, the deck save that is DC
So
16.
it was. How much was the total damage?
31.
31, so half to 15. So,
So
the
15. So that's
fortitude
just
thing.
enough to take him to 0.
So it'll be DC
so-
20.
No, it would be.
For con save, yeah.
The
5 plus 15.
con save.
Okay. So he dies.
Nice.
He doesn't pass the deck save, so he dies. Cocked. That's a natural 20 on the deck save, so he succeeds. But so it's 15, but he only had 8 hit points, so he would need
DC
8,
20
so
still.
that carries. Yeah, so he's not gonna pass, but we'll try. Nope, they're all the zombies are dead.
Yeah.
Oh wait! I'm sorry. I had 2 zombies that were completely unharmed down here, so maybe they'll succeed.
Okay.
He succeeds with a 17. He
Okay.
fails. So every zombie except one is
I
dead.
just want to know first, did Nemeia is within 30 feet and Quoras is 35 or more?
If I'm within 30,
Yeah.
Chorus will be 35.
Did Nemeia succeed on her dexterity saving throw?
Nope.
Okay, then I'll leave that zombie alive and I'll use Chronal Shift to allow Nemeia to reroll the dex save once more.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a natural one.
You tried,
When you
Okay.
try your best,
but you
but you
don't
don't
succeed.
Okay,
I did everything I
Conlon.
could for you. You got to
Conlon.
roll 3
Mhm.
times.
what did you?
Hmm?
What did you roll for your deck save?
I'm dead.
Okay,
That's what I rolled.
and this zombie is just here, so that ends your turn.
So hang on. So is,
Conscious, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm not dead.
Okay, I genuinely worried there. It was 31 damage. Let's not.
hang on. So the damage was 31, but because I'm resistant and still failed, I take 15.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Half again, isn't it?
No, she
No,
didn't
'cause
pass.
you don't.
I
If she had
failed the
passed,
save.
it would have been 7.
Ignore me. Yeah.
It's fine. It's
What is
fine.
your dexterity saving throw that you rolled 3 times and none of them were a 16?
I got a 6, a 4, and a nat 1.
Oof. Oof.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Big oof.
All
It's got
right.
worse and worse.
So does that end your turn, Arjun?
So what's still alive? Like,
It's just
There's
one.
a single solitary zombie that was not in the moonbeam when it came down. He's just like, oh, all my friends, and he's hurt. He's like, his clothes are on fire, and he's just like looking around, like it smells like burnt bacon a little bit. Look
how
around you now.
how far of a drop is it to the ground?
25 feet.
Shit. Archie's at full health, so he's in just a moment of stupidity or bravery, because I've still got my full movement. He's going to jump down and try and get the zombie's attention.
No!
Just to, as he sees Quoras fall from his fireball, unconscious, he's going to try and jump down by the zombie.
Oh my gosh.
Big
You
Vixen.
have Featherfall?
I do have Featherfall, but my reaction was already used for Chronal Shift, so I'm just going to take the full damage.
Vix watches him fly off the roof and is just like, it's a fucking pack of martyrs. I don't.
And there's-
So
there's-
you are going to
Quoras
go
is
ahead
down!
and as you jump, you take
It's just a d6 per 10 feet, I think.
yep, so
Yeah.
6 feet of bludgeoning damage.
6 feet.
6
6 feet of
damage.
damage.
6 points of bludgeoning,
6
yeah.
points.
Yeah.
It's all
Okay.
compacted into that 1 6-foot space.
Yeah.
Okay. So it just like buckles a lot and kind of just like again like kind of stumbles
And make a
goes down
make
to
a
his
dex
knees.
make a dex save as you land, just to see if you keep your feet.
Oh yeah, probably a good idea. Natural 20 for that.
Nice.
The rules lawyer in me
It's a total
says. The rules lawyer in me
22.
wants to say that anytime you take any fall damage whatsoever, you fall prone.
I think
Yeah.
I mean yeah.
But a
I
nat
agree.
20 is a
20
nat 20.
though.
No.
Nat
Yeah,
20 though.
You
You
fall.
landed on.
You fall,
landed
but
on
you
your
pop
feet,
up
you did
really
a
quick,
You
hoping nobody noticed.
pop up prone.
Oh, and I didn't. Did I use the push pull thing? I don't think I used that at all. So I still have that as a bonus action. So
Yeah.
the foundry is really not working well for me here. Am I right next to the thing?
What's not? You haven't even moved your token yet. Have you clicked on your token?
Yeah.
It's like really not not being functional for me because I can't see
Are you-
anything.
Are you? Okay, yeah, you just moved behind my zombie.
You moved on.
Okay.
There should be
Am
here.
I?
There's light. There's supposed to be light like right here, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But you have to
malfunction
actually
for me.
add
It told
a
me
light
something
source to
about
the
like
map.
it told me something about like screen resolution and some features might not be working. So
That's normal.
Yeah, I had that too.
Yeah.
okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So Archie's probably with that distance of the fall going to land like over there, and if the zombie is right by Quoras, then last thing he can do is bonus action try and do the
It
pull, the
wasn't there
telekinetic
before.
pull.
Yeah,
The
it was-
zombie was
what?
actually down lower a bit. It was
yeah,
moved to get.
it was right here.
No, it
Did
was
I
down
move
one
it
more.
by
Yeah.
mistake?
No, it was,
It
right
was
there.
down one more.
It was right here because it was just outside
It
of the
was.
circle.
Okay.
It was just outside of her moonbeam circle.
Okay.
Taylor,
Then can I
Movies.
land over like here then? Because I'm
Yes,
trying to just
as you
get it away
do,
from
I
Quoras.
need
Oh,
a
you
saving
want to-
throw.
Yeah, you going into the moonbeam, man.
Oh shoot, the moonbeam! Oh no!
Amazing.
Okay,
Make a
that's
saving
fine.
throw.
I like how your turn went from like, I am he who conjures fire and destroys hordes. Let me just stumble bubble into this moonbeam. This will be fine. Watch
Yeah,
this.
so let me just jump off a 2-story building, break my leg, and stumble into a moonbeam.
Ow, my ankle! Ow, my
Definitely got
skin!
You've definitely got shin splints.
So
Now
what
go
was
ahead and
your
make your
save?
saving throw.
What saving throw is it?
Con.
Constitution.
12 plus 6 for 18.
What, your
Nice.
con is
You
plus
six.
6? You are the healthiest wizard in the history of mankind.
Do you take
Yeah.
resilient
I grew up
con?
fishing! Yes, I took resilient con for my
Nope.
concentration saving throws, and I grew up fishing with my father.
Okay, well,
He
then,
studies. He has a treadmill desk, so as he's studying, he's
He
walking.
ate a lot of raw eels growing up.
He comes
Raw
from a long
eels.
line of fishermen spending the day out in the sun. I may
So
not
how
be
much-
strong, but I'm
so-
definitely hardy.
How much
So
damage?
Archie takes so it's half damage is 6. It was 12, so you take 6
Oh my
damage.
gosh.
Radiant
That's
damage
as much as the fall.
Ouch.
That's fantastic. All right, does that end your turn?
Me into the moonbeam.
I think you
Is
still
that
want to
end
do
your
the
turn then?
shove thing,
Oh,
so
no.
the zombie
Oh,
has to do
okay.
a strength save.
It's a shove, but it's like you can push or
Yeah,
pull.
you can push or
so it needs to
pull,
make a
yeah.
strength saving
Yeah.
throw DC 16.
And are you pushing or pulling?
Pulling towards myself. If I can, like, up and to the right, although it could be.
That is a
Nah.
9,
Yeah.
so it fails.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna try and move it up and to the right if that's possible.
Okay.
Okay. I think you must make a save because it's entered the moonbeam.
Yep.
Yep.
And that is con. It is a 16.
Okay, that succeeds. So half damage. I rolled again and I got the same total, so it's half
Can I
damage
use my
6.
sentinel reaction?
It didn't move out of
Because
your
it's
range,
technically within 10. Yeah, I have my
Oh.
tail as a weapon. 10 foot range.
but it didn't leave your range.
Well,
it's still
that's when
10
it's
feet away.
making. Well, that's when it's making
No,
an
'cause I
attack.
can. Sorry, yeah. If it attacks within my range, and I can
It's
use.
not attacking.
Oh no, it's not. I can only go.
It's not attacking, it
It's
just got
doing a
pulled
save
in.
against Moonbeam.
It got pulled into the moonbeam.
If
Ah,
it, if
no,
it
it blew
attacks
away
me,
from me.
then you can.
But I don't have my reaction back yet anyway, so never mind.
All right,
Yeah.
so that
But it
ends
took 6
your
damage.
turn then, Archie?
So it took 6 damage. Is it from the
Yeah.
Moonbeam? Is it still up?
It's still up. It's looking very, very rough, but it's still up.
Okay. It was worth it. It was worth it. And that is my turn.
Hashtag worth it.
All right, Vix, you are up.
I'm gonna.
Remember, Vix, just because you can see doesn't mean you can see.
Yeah, I know. But I can see the one
Although there
zombie
is that
that's
little
still
bit of
up.
light down there.
Yeah, I can see the
Yes.
one zombie that's still up. I was really hoping someone would do something that made light and got lucky.
Did
I mean,
anything
Moonbeam
light on
does.
fire?
Moonbeam.
'Cause
Chorus, Chorus is just smoldering a little bit. He's giving off a dim
Yeah.
light from his.
I
burning
did do a
corpse.
fireball. Is anything burning that's giving off light?
There's
Please no.
already
Moonbeam
some dim
is-
light down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
enough that I can take a shot.
Yep.
Yeah, Vix is going to. I'll actually bonus action. Just conjure a fireball and just jump off the roof. Just I could do things too, and bonus action litany of aggression so that I can reroll my damage dice and hopefully kill this thing. Okay, 19 to hit it. Oh, 10 piercing damage.
Okay, so it falls, and then gets right back up.
Oh, of course
No!
it fucking does.
I don't have my reaction to Chronal Shift, right? Because I used my
No.
reaction off the
Yeah.
beginning of my turn.
I'm
Yeah.
going to, okay. I was like, I can't bonus action throw the dagger, but I was like, oh wait, I can extra attack throw the dagger. So Vix is just going to like, die, you stupid undead, and just throws the dagger down.
Okay,
Dirty 20. Nope, sorry, just another 19 to hit.
okay, he's only got 1 hit point, so he's gonna do what's your damage though?
10.
With a dagger, it's 10.
With a dagger?
I rolled 4 and I have plus
What?
6 because I have my judgment set to damage.
Oh.
He succeeds, so he falls down again, and then
Rude.
Does
Just
that end your
rude.
turn?
Yes, that ends my turn. God.
Chorus, I need a death save.
Don't you dare.
Don't
Don't
say
make
anything.
me.
Just message it to me. Just message it to me.
No,
Oh, do we do that?
I just don't
Yeah.
want you, I just don't want you to say anything. Just message him to me.
No.
All
No
right,
one gets
Edie,
to
you
know.
are up.
We need a healer.
Edie. Oh no. Okay. I mean, this isn't. I feel like Haley had a great idea, but not Edie. Edie has dumb idea. Edie saw Archie just jump off the roof and make it.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No.
Bad examples.
This is my
Sorry.
second episode. Don't make me responsible for multiple player character death.
Yep.
So Edie, are you doing it?
Yeah. So Edie is just going to jump off of the roof, and she's going to go where like behind her spiritual weapon. So she kind of like uses that as a buffer, not to get in the way of the.
You
Just
take
hop on
4
the
points.
lava.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall,
Okay. I'm like, oh, that wasn't too bad actually. And
and
she's
you are
going
prone. So make a dex save just to see how prone you are.
How prone I am.
I just want to see if she can be as graceful as Arjun was.
19?
Archie.
Yeah, Archie. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
You land and
The R's.
you stumble. You get to your knees. You fall to your knees, and then you're able to get back up.
Cool. So that, I'm guessing, was half my movement.
Yeah, that was about half your movement to jump off the. Because luckily, falling doesn't take your movement.
It's not gonna. I'm not gonna make it.
Gravity does that for you.
You got
It's
a
a bonus
spiritual
action
weapon.
spiritual weapon, yeah.
I don't. No, that's I know. So, so bonus action. So action. Edie would have tried to have jumped down like to at the front door.
Okay, you can move her.
I can't for some reason.
I think you're on the
It won't.
measuring tool.
Oh,
not the-
I'm on the ruler. It's okay. Yeah, cool, perfect. Yep. So then she's gonna take a swing at the guy with her spiritual weapon.
Advantage.
Is she
'cause he's
flanking
flanking.
because with Archie?
Fuck.
Hell yeah. Jumping off the roof.
23.
That'll hit.
And it's a 8. Oh, cool. 9 points of
just-
damage.
Okay.
I just send a message to Vix, like, come on, Vix, jump off the roof. All
As
the
you
cool kids are
smack
doing
him
it.
with the bell, once again,
Oh,
and he sits back up.
So rude.
Seriously.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to run to Chorus' side.
No opportunity attack.
Because your spiritual weapon is what type of damage?
force.
Okay.
Fourth.
Force. Yeah.
Force majeure.
All right. So what you're running over there, Chorus' side?
And then using my action to cast Cure Wounds
Okay.
at the 3rd level. So that's
I knew we had cure wounds. That was why it was
Yeah.
Childa.
I don't. Archie doesn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
that's 18 points of healing to Chorus.
Oh.
Ooh.
Chorus
I
has
got
almost
you.
more health than he did when he went down.
All
See,
right.
it all
Is that
worked
end your
out.
turn, Edie?
That's the end of Edie's turn.
Nemeia, you are up.
Seeing 80 taking care of Chorus, that changes what she was going to do completely. So she's going to run around the moonbeam. There we go. And she's going to go absolutely nuts at this thing.
Yeah.
Again with the scimitar.
Okay.
That's good, that's good. That'll be 22 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, I'll do damage in case he keeps getting back up.
Yep.
5, 6, 7 points of slashing for first attack.
He gets cut down and then again
Oh my
with a natural
god.
20 on
man.
save.
His arms off.
There's
Second
one
attack.
zombie.
Again, that'll be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
9 points.
Yeah.
Wait. No, hang on. That's wrong. 9, because I'm not adding my plus. That's my rage bonus plus double bonus plus
11.
3, so it'd be 11 points.
DC
Still gets up.
16.
Oh my
No!
gosh.
Does it
This
thing
thing's
have like
gonna
a
get around
plus
to its turn
10
though,
to
and
con?
just
Bonus action. I can attack again with my bonus action with the scimitar. Come on, give me a crit! No! But it'll hit with a 24.
Yeah, it would have hit with almost anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hitting isn't
snake
the
eyes.
problem.
It's one zombie.
What's your damage?
That one is snake eyes plus
4.
math. 2, 3, 4, 5,
Strength as well.
6, 7.
He just makes the save.
Jesus.
He's like,
Ah!
"Ugh."
Come
You
on
see his
now!
abs. His abs are starting to get toned from all the sitting up after being knocked down. He's doing.
Yeah,
It's a
He's
workout.
getting ripped, yeah, literally shredded. Yeah. Nemeia, that injured
Get
turn?
ripped.
Just out of interest, does Archie recognize this zombie as like anyone from the town? Because these people used to be townspeople. Is this like some freaking bodybuilder
Local
in the
CrossFit
town?
expert.
Yeah.
Spends their whole time planking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a. I guess it'd be. It's still say an intelligence check.
Hey, I'm good at those.
Because zombie has taken away some of their, features that you would have recognized as just if they were just straight up looking at you.
Just straight intelligence.
Yeah.
It's natural 14 plus 5, so 19.
They look very familiar.
Oh shit.
Oh no! Don't.
Come on.
How familiar?
Brutal.
Intimately so.
This is not his parent, is it? This is not his father, or
This is dad.
Is this my father?
Not your father.
Is this his mother? No.
You don't know.
Nemeia, does that end your turn?
yeah.
Rose, you are up because literally everyone else is dead other than this guy.
Okay. So it doesn't have a turn right now yet?
No, it's after you.
Okay. She's
Maybe,
going to.
maybe it's after you.
So she's going to I think it should be within 30 feet of her. She's going to go and chuck a produce flame at it.
Moonbeam.
Yeah,
Moonbeam's
That
also
happens on
his
its turn.
Or her turn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beg yours. I'll shut
Yeah.
up.
So can't do anything about that yet. But for my produce flame, yeah, that is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And then quite terrible damage. 5 points of fire damage.
As you produce flame, it just right in front of its face, catches the head on fire, and it falls for the last time.
Oh, thank God.
Like as it
Archie,
falls.
you recognize the figure moving in flames and falling to the ground.
Recognize who?
Yeah, cut out a bit
Cut
there.
out.
You recognize the face of your mother engulfing in flames and falling to the ground.
As like the flames crackle and it goes quiet, Archie, expression just like the realization dawns over his face. He just goes pale, and then like the quiet crackling flame, he just says, "Mom," and kind of just like falls to his knees in front of her, and like tries to like pat out the flames, but like gently, and looks at her face like zombified and burned and melted. Mom?
As you pat the flames and pat the body, your hand notices a scroll in a pocket of her outfit that has gore and soot and blood on the outside of it.
I'll take it out.
As you remove it, you see that it was a letter that was being written to you that was unfinished. That they were just getting ready to finish and send to you.
And look at it, and he'll like start to almost open it, and seeing the words like just spattered in blood and soot, and just close it back together, and like really like shaking hands, put it away in his pocket, and he's just like on the floor with his mom, kind of like picking the top of her torso up, and like cradling the back of the head, and just saying like, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And he just starts like crying. And he'll just stay there, just crying.
Can Nemeia's not even going to fucking care about the moonbeam, just walk straight through and just sort of kneel down.
Oh yeah, is the moonbeam still up?
Tell me
I'll stop the moonbeam! I'll stop the moonbeam! I'll stop the
Talk
moonbeam!
about kicking him while
It's
he's
gone.
down.
We will say
Burn!
for this that she would have had the wherewithal to end the moonbeam, seeing the last one fall.
Yeah.
Nemeia's just going to
So,
go
you
over,
go.
fall to her knees next to Archie, and just wrap her arm around him, wrap her wing around him, just not say anything, but just try and provide some sort of comfort and privacy with her other
Right.
wing.
As
she's
you're
like,
like trying to
okay.
come closer, you'll see almost like with the effect of the telekinesis as he's crying, and his shoulders are like shaking with crying, and little pebbles of rock just begin to start like kind of hover around him, and he's just like, stay back! And he's going to try and like push you away with the telekinesis. If you can make a strength saving throw.
I can do that.
Dang.
I can do
But I
that.
don't
I
know
will
if
say
Nemeia,
your rage has ended.
if Nemeia is going to fail a strength saving throw, though.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 9.
Okay, so
Aw,
you just get
man.
pushed like 5 feet. It's not that bad, but it's just like, it's almost like someone shoved you. Like, and he's just like crying and like shoulders heaving, and just little pebbles are like floating around him.
Oh no.
This is my mom, guys. I guess I found her.
I'm so sorry, Archie. Oh no.
I think being
Let's
very
go
concerned at all of this
inside,
wrote.
and he's gonna
Yeah.
try and like pick her up. I don't know if he even can pick her up.
Yeah, I mean, you can. With
He's
distance of
got
somebody
like a
else,
6
but
strength.
make a strength check. I will say at advantage because you have that emotional attachment. This is your mom. We'll give that adrenaline.
Okay, good, because the first one was a 2 for a total of 0. So, okay, 17 for a total of 15.
So I mean, I think narratively that even fits. So first you try to pick her up and you just can't. Like you're just the emotion, the weight of what just happened is too much, and you try to pick her up, and at first you can't, and then just you reach inside yourself and you haul her up, and you start carrying her towards the door, which is barred and locked from the inside.
And Archie is very much like a string bean, but like you can see his legs kind of buckling a bit, and then going towards the door, he'll stop for a second, and look back, and he's gonna look amongst the bodies because he's also searching for his father. Still, he doesn't know where he is, and he's gonna see if he can recognize his father on any of those bodies.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Vix
I guess we'll say investigation. I'll say investigation.
Vix has been
Okay.
kind of just keeping overwatch. If anyone has been looking at them, they've been keeping the crossbow trained on Archie since watching him react this way. You all right, Archie?
Rose
Everything okay down there?
Rose has run downstairs to like be ready to like try open the door for them.
Going to use my lost chronal shift to re-roll that if I can,
Okay.
because it was a natural 9, so it's not too bad. Okay, that's better. Natural 15. Investigation. What is my investigation? Must be good. Was it 23?
You look amongst the bodies, even through the burning from the fireball and the damage that they took in combat, and just the damage that time has given them since their decomposure and their zombification. You know they're not one of the skeletons. You don't recognize the boneless. All the zombies you look, you don't see anyone that resembles your father amidst this
And
group.
after that look, we'll carry on going towards the house. And now, I think the door is barred. Like, the lock is kind of like, it's got a bar, and then it goes down onto a metal slat. And so, would it be possible,
And Rose,
with his
Rose could try and
telekinesis
open that.
would it be possible to use a telekinesis to, like, just move the bar up?
Is it inside or outside?
It's on the inside, but he's very, like, with his OCD, he does a lot of door checking that it's locked, so he'd know exactly where it is.
Do you need to be able to see it to be able to affect it?
Let me check.
Otherwise,
Or are you saying you do need
otherwise-
to?
doesn't. It
Ro-
does. Yeah, I'd
Rose
say.
can
Go ahead,
It's
Rose
just
Rose.
can
a
do
I
it
think-
and
mage.
maybe try and get help from like one of the others, one of the people in the downstairs to open it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Okay.
you have to be able to see it because for the shove you have to be able to see them. For the
Okay.
mage hand, yeah.
Okay, so he'll just, like, get to the door and kind of, like, damn it. And then I guess at that point maybe Rose comes up and opens the door and he'll go into the guard post.
As you make your way into the guard post, the fires of the bodies burn down. You guys gonna get some sleep, or are you gonna stay up? What are you guys doing?
Nemeia,
Rose
what
is
is
going
this?
to, yeah. Rose is gonna like just check in with Archie as well, just having.
Well, then for
heard
now, then
now that-
what we will do
yeah.
is this is where we will leave it today. Then, as you guys go inside.
Yeah.
Archie carrying the burnt, defeated, dead, zombified corpse of his mother. The rest of you, some of you looking fine, some of you looking a little worse for wear. All of you really tired and emotionally drained. Make a perception check.
Everyone?
Who?
Anybody who
Hmm?
wants to. I'd say
Yeah.
everybody except Archie is available to. I think Archie would be overwhelmed with his mother at this point.
Yeah.
13.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural
Ooh.
20.
17 for
Both
me.
you?
Snips.
21
course.
in total.
Of course, did you
Maybe.
roll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got like a 9.
Okay. So, Rose, what'd you roll?
13.
Okay. So, Vix, Nemeia, and Edie. As you're kind of settling in, bringing in, you look and notice on the stairs, you see Trym standing at the top of the stairs, just looking down. And then she turns
No.
and walks back. And that's where we will end today's session.
What did that bitch do?
What has she done?
It was not the magic missiles that called them.
So,
But she
Summons
also,
them.
even if it wasn't that, she didn't even help. Oh.
Crazy.
Of course. universal killer if you want. That's a murderer. That's fine.
Archie just might. Hey,
Could
I still got a few spell slots left.
We can
Archie doesn't even know. Archie doesn't know.
Dustin.
Yeah, but
We can
he's gonna definitely ask Trym where the hell she was during that.
Can we?
Yeah.
Can I roll a quick insight check to follow up that perception check?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
Okay.
Same.
22.
We don't want to end this nothing. We just carry on.
Ew, where's my insight? 30-20.
Okay. I will message you guys directly.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Do not forget next week our dice giveaway, our summer solstice dice giveaway. You have to be present to win. You will enter in a code word at our break, and then we will select a winner at random, and then we will reach out to you to get your information, so that way we can get the dice sent to you. We would love to have them to you, hopefully in time for summer solstice. So make sure you check in next week for episode 25. We are a quarter of a century episodes old, guys, next week. So until then, take care of yourself, love each other, be kind, hug a puppy, and are you ready for more tales?
Hug your
Goodbye,
mom.
everybody.
Yes.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.